a glass
to,
bag.
get the wine bag to slap it. What's up with that?
That's what
Yes.
Drew does.
Okay,
Drew does
like
that.
Yeah,
like,
Spivak does that.
Dude, believe it or not, and I'm so embarrassed, dude. I'm so embarrassed. Like, I haven't even begun truly like telling stories about some of this. Like, dude, we could sit here and fill 4 hours and just telling stories. And see, we've hung out. I'm in my 30s, right? And we've gotten after it in ways that.
I like partying with you.
And, dude, like, you catch me at 23, 22, surrounded by hooligans that I was playing hoops with, and I mean, dude, it was out of control. And so,
did you do Edward 40 hands?
No, I never did.
You never taped 40s to your hands and had to drink them?
I never did that.
Me neither. I'm just asking.
I
got 40, you're not 2 of them. Damn.
Yeah, and no,
you can't drink 2 40s?
So what you
Some
do?
OE?
No, what you do, Phil, is you take the 40s and you take them in your hand and you literally duct tape.
Yeah,
the 40s
Edward
to your
40
hand,
hands.
so both hands.
And you have
all
to drink
you can
both
do
of them
before you go to the bathroom.
You can't do anything but
drink
the
40s.
2 40s. You can't take a leak. You can't shake a hand. And yeah, but goodness gracious, we you know, I'm going to pass on it. I was thinking of a story involving a bag of wine at the Preakness.
Did you slap it, though? I just want to know. Did you slap it?
Of course. We used to pass it around, you know, and dump it into our buddies' mouths. And
we like Wes Welker handing out the bets and everything?
yes. And we gosh, I mean, the craziest party maybe I've ever been to is the Preakness. Okay, the Preakness, it's one leg of the Triple Crown, and it's in Baltimore. Okay, and so you have the people who maybe more affluent are there in the grandstand. You know, they're in the grandstand. They're sitting in the bleachers and covered by an awning and stuff. And then in the middle of the horse track, it's nothing but space. And me and 120,000 people.
What?
In the middle of the
So they're racing around you?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Go like YouTube it. This is what you should YouTube. Preakness running of the urinals. Okay.
Oh, they go on the top.
Preakness running of the urinals. It is a tradition there. And I went back-to-back years when I was like 20 and 21 years old. And think of the most out of control party you've ever seen. I'm talking about like.
Don't tell me people were tipping the porta potty.
No.
They run on top of them.
Like
the lily pads on a pond.
So everyone lines up in the morning.
I'm watching it right now.
Everyone lines up in the morning at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and there is a line of thousands and thousands of people because you're trying to get into the infield to get your real estate for your party for the day.
Okay. Yeah.
So people have inflatable pools that they fill up. I mean, I'm talking about, and then they have inflatable pools just for beer. Just for the alcohol for the day. And I mean, it is completely out of control. Some of the stuff that I saw at that party, I'm talking about exposed private parts and full-blown brawls. I'm talking like 15 on 15.
Hell yeah.
Dude, there was
mosh pits, huh?
Dude,
there was
awesome.
Dude, and there's like 150 security people for 120,000 people.
Dude.
I mean, think Woodstock.
Good luck.
Think like Woodstock meets a sporting event meets like just
Project
chaos.
X.
Yeah, and dude, I saw 2 dudes bang it out who were both wearing a throwback Allen Iverson jersey. So like 2 guys wearing an AI jersey fighting one another.
Was one of them season?
I mean, I saw a police officer absolutely whoop someone's freaking. I mean, just like because they're fighting back with the cop, and just
that's not smart.
Crazy.
No.
But the running of the urinals, there's a line of like maybe 100 urinals. Okay, and someone will get up on someone's shoulders and you try to run at the top of all these urinals. And what everyone else does, as you will see and as you might have just saw.
I just saw
Say
it.
shake it.
Bro, everyone chucks their beer at you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Dude, so I'm
So you're
talking
running on the
about
porta potties.
So you're running
and they're
on
throwing
the top of the porta potties, and I'm talking, you see dudes get unopened beers smashing into their face as they get knocked off the urinals and land on their head.
Isn't that a knockout?
Dude, yes.
See, I know you didn't do that. I thought you was the one throwing them, huh?
No, I didn't. But I'm talking like, and so once it becomes like a thing, and this is established, it's happening. Everyone's getting their beer ready to chuck, and there's a line of people waiting to run on the top. I'm talking about just debauchery. Like, dude, I saw
Dude, throwing an unopened beer at someone is
Yeah,
wild.
like the craziest thing is like the underwear race up in Boulder that we had. I mean, everybody partied after.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this is some crazy stuff.
Dude, I'm talking about how about have you ever seen someone pleasuring someone else in public?
Whoa.
No.
Dude, I'm talking
I don't
Sodom.
know if I
I'm talking Sodom and Gomorrah type stuff, like biblical proportions of debauchery.
We're gonna get flooded. I'm playing Baltimore. We're getting flooded again. We're getting flooded. It's coming.
You just sit there and you're like, damn, what is going on?
Dude, it was completely out of control, and like nowadays, I'm 38 years old. You couldn't pay me to be in that environment.
I was actually going to tell you, 21, that sounds awesome.
Yes.
I'm 41, no chance I'm
No.
doing that now.
Dude, check this out. I'm in line, right? You're in line, and everyone's drinking at 6 in the morning, okay? You probably were up till 3 the night before, right? And you think about, like, what's keeping these people up so much? Oh, why is everyone so wired?
Yeah, I wonder why.
So
Missed the spot.
So, dude,
What's on the table?
I'm in line, and once you have your spot in line, it's your spot in line, but it's an alleyway. It funnels to an alleyway, so basically, like, think of like an 8-foot wide like alleyway to get in. So if you have to go to the bathroom, like, you're either leaving line and you're starting all the way back, and all your labor is fruitless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you go to the bathroom where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, first time I've ever seen anything like this.
Like in your pants, or you take it out
No.
and go?
Mountain Dew bottle.
Yeah. So the guys are like taking leaks and
Yeah,
stuff. Okay. Girl in front of me's got to go. And again, I'm 20, right? As God is my witness, her friend opened up a plastic bag and put it under her, and she dropped trow in front of me.
no.
In front of me. So I'm looking at Brown Eye, and she's peeing in the bag, like right. I'm talking like.
You're like, let me slap the bag down.
Sin.
And then you dated for 3 years.
I'm just sin.
Yeah.
Like sin, just sinning.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
I'm telling you, oh my gosh.
Music in the background, it pauses.
Straight sin.
And dude, so eventually, maybe I get 10 years in here. I'm coming up on 10 years. Maybe after 10 years, start telling some of these, after like the moratorium, or like the time
Yeah.
period is over, start sharing some of these stories from my 20s, because a couple of them are just unbelievable. It's just like, I can't believe I was in that situation.
I'm all for a good time, but that's a little too much.
It
for
was
me.
it was too much. There was a reason. It was too. I went back for a second year, then it was just like, this is extreme. Like, this is extreme. How did we get here?
I don't remember, but I'm
From
glad
Boston.
we did.
I don't know.
From
Oh,
Boston.
from Boston.
Phil.
Yes. Yeah. Blame
Commercial
Phil.
jingle.
Yes. Phil. The alcoholic Phil Lindsay.
I'm the youngest one here. Huh?
All right, fun conversation, neat conversation. Crazy looking back, just crazy. Okay, let's rank in order the teams you'd like the Broncos to play next weekend. We'll do that coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
What's going on, man? It's the new year. New goals, new routines, new promises that this year is going to be the year for you, and you're going to get yourself back on track. But if you're exhausted by noon, falling asleep on the couch after dinner, or wondering why the gym just doesn't feel the same, or most of all, that sex drive is just not there when you're ready to get it on, or your special somebody wants to get it on, guys, that's a problem, and that means you're dealing with low testosterone. And I'm here to tell you that at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they are experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They've successfully treated tens of thousands of men who are dealing with low T, just like you may be dealing with, and these guys out there have seen amazing differences that these treatments can make in their life. So just like I said, if you're like these men out there that are dealing with low T, within just a few weeks of doing their treatments, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will those workouts, and that sex drive that we all deserve to have will be significantly enhanced as well. All I need you to do, gentlemen, is take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers, and it takes 2 minutes to do, so not a lot of time out of your day. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. They also have 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses, gentlemen. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. DenverSports.com.
Colorado's largest sportsman's expo is back Thursday through Sunday at the Colorado Convention Center in Denver. Don't miss more than 100 free fishing, hunting, camping, survival, casting, fly tying, and dog training seminars. Visit the Outdoors Colorado Pavilion of Experts and Youth Activities. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, Thursday through Sunday at the Colorado Convention Center in Denver. More info at sportsexpos.com.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Every Christmas, you watch a classic movie. The one with Jimmy Stewart as caring banker George Bailey, and the one with the other kind of banker, Henry Potter. You watch It's a Wonderful Life because you are searching for someone who cares about you. A man like Jimmy Stewart's George Bailey. But you wonder, is the notion of a caring banker a fantasy? This is Glenn Jammerot. I'm president of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Alpine Bank believes in one guiding principle, caring. We believe that if we put our customers and communities first, then everything we all hope for has the chance to come true. The most valuable thing one person can give another is caring. When you care, everything else just follows. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, January 7th, as the days keep falling off the calendar, and we are just a little over 24 hours from one of the great stretches of the year of watching football, as the college football playoff will kick off tomorrow night, continue on Friday, and then the NFL playoffs on Saturday,
Come on, man.
Sunday, and Monday. Mr. Phillip Lindsay, what up?
What's going on? I'm going to be a couch potato. You might as well call me a couch potato because that's all I'm going to do is take my son to a soccer game. Hopefully he kicks some butt.
Yep.
Come back from it. Make my little daughter, Sophie, oh, she's so cute.
She is so cute.
Like, and now she's saying, so she, everybody farts, all right? But she doesn't say that word. She says a bad word. She says the F, you know what.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why.
Where does she get that from?
Man, I don't know. Listening to Uzi. Listen to you on the airwaves.
No, I've been in the business for 17 years. I've never had the dump button needed for me.
You're
Actually,
right.
one time I'll tell you a quick story after you finish.
Okay,
it.
all right, yeah. You mean I have my dump button right here.
Yes.
Usually you have it just ready to just click for me.
Yeah, the first 6 months we were on the air, we had to hit it a couple times.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I try not to curse around my babies.
Yeah.
So I don't know where she got it from, or if she even knows she's really saying that word. She's just trying to put things together, and she's trying to put two words together.
Yeah.
So it's just different, but
Yeah.
it's funny because she says it like she knows what she means, and she smirks about it, and she smiles, and she has these big old teeth.
Well, what probably happened was she said it the first time, you guys laughed.
There you go.
And then it was like, there's my go-to now. there's my go-to at 1.5 years
They
old.
love it. Daddy and mommy love it. But I'm a couch potato. I'm going to take care of my family, man. But that's all. That's all I'm going to do.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend of watching football, extended weekend starting tomorrow. It's the Ole Miss game, I think, tomorrow, right? That's the first one. Ole Miss and Miami tomorrow night. And we'll preview those games tomorrow and Friday accordingly. The only time that, and this is looking back on it, it's silly, but it speaks to, well, you can decide. So when I first got here, the Broncos did such a good job as an organization of branding Broncos country. Okay? But they weren't the first to do that. The first team to brand their fan base as something was the Boston Red Sox in the early 2000s. And they were a Red Sox nation. And it was like, oh, they have their own name. Their fan base has their own name. Now it's commonplace. Bills Mafia, Broncos country, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But the Red Sox started it. But the Broncos, it was, who was a Steeler nation or Patriot nation, right? And so there was a lot of nation being used, borrowing from the Red Sox. But the Broncos, I don't know, the advertising department or whatever.
Yeah, we do things a little bit different.
They did do it differently. And it wasn't going to be Bronco Nation. It was going to be Broncos country. And that was a pretty big differentiator. And so when I first got here, my boss at the time, Armin Williams, he was like, it's Broncos country. It's Broncos country. And people are going to be looking for reasons not to like you. Okay? And he told me that straight up. And he goes, so the fan had always just hired someone from within Denver. When they had a spot, someone from another station in Denver would get promoted. And so it was the first time they ever did a search. And so I'm the lucky guy that they picked, right? And he goes, I'm just going to let you know. He goes, you're going to get cold shoulders around media members, all right? He said,
damn, is this prison?
He said people are going to, he goes, because you're from New York.
Yeah.
He goes, so people, you're so far removed, and the natural sentiment is going to be, who is this New Yorker that's talking to me about my Broncos, right? So there I am in the first week of being on the air with Stokely, and I say, Bronco Nation, you tell me, you know?
Oh, no.
And I see the producer behind the glass launch himself across the room and slam the dunk button. And I'm looking at it like, what did I say? And I'm confused. I'm like, what did I say? And he's like, dude, you said Bronco Nation. So that's the one time that I had the dump button
and you
used.
just started too.
Yes,
so like,
yes. Super
do that.
insecure, not sleeping through the night, like obsessing over the next segment, let alone show, right? But yeah, that's the one time that we use the dump button on
Broncos country.
Let's ride. All right, so let's talk about the opponents this weekend, and I'm curious how you view them. And obviously, we don't know what's going on, okay? And I don't want to get too caught up in these scenarios because it can sound convoluted over the air. But here's how I'll summarize it. If all the home teams, the divisional winners win, Pittsburgh's coming to Denver. I think that's the best scenario, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They played 5 games against playoff teams this year. They're 1-4. Okay, I think they're fugazi. That's if just the home team and the division winners win. If the odds makers are right, the Patriots are a 3.5-point favorite to beat the Chargers. The Texans are a 3-point favorite to beat Pittsburgh. Buffalo's a 1-point favorite to beat the Jags. Okay, if the Patriots took care of business and the Texans took care of business
on the road,
all right, and let's just say go with me here because I think Jacksonville's going to win this weekend. I think they're playing the best, and I'm being serious. I think they're playing the best football of anyone in the league right now.
I'm seeing right through you, Z.
No, I'm being sincere.
Like,
Jacksonville is. I think they're playing the best of anyone in the whole league right now.
You don't sound crazy. You don't sound crazy. Offense is starting to pick up, and they're explosive. They're averaging 30 points a game, or even over 30 points a game. I think it was 33 when we had the discussion.
Correct. Yes.
Defense has been stout, especially they were number one in stopping the run, and they get a bunch of turnovers. So, they have a great chance to beat Buffalo and have a great chance, just like the Denver Broncos, to try to get to a Super Bowl.
Right. They haven't lost in months, literally. Jacksonville, months.
They're the hottest team, or the second hottest team.
I think they're the second hottest team after only Houston.
Yeah, so it's Houston with 9.
Yes.
And it's Jacksonville with 8. So 2 hot teams
1,
going
2,
in there.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you're on it, Phil. If Jacksonville beats Buffalo this weekend in Jacksonville, and the Patriots take care of business against the Chargers, and the Texans, according to the odds makers, who are favorite, beat Pittsburgh, Bills come to Denver. All right? Here's the simplest equation. If the Chargers win, if the Chargers beat the Patriots, nothing else matters. The Chargers are coming to Denver. All right? So just rank in order for me who you'd want the Broncos to play between Pittsburgh, Houston, Buffalo, and the Chargers.
So I'm going to go, obviously, I think we can all agree on this. You go with Pittsburgh, number 1. At least that's what I'm going with. Aaron Rodgers, who, by the way, has not played bad this year. 7 interceptions, over 3,000 yards passing. He's going to get the ball out of his hands fast. He's very smart. But they just don't have the weapons like some of these other teams do offensively. They're shaky. There's times where they're able to have drives that methodically able to just drive down the field. But also, they have trouble finishing in the red zone as well. So that's something that you have to take in consideration. Aaron Rodgers, he's a guy that if you hit him a couple times, he is not going to sit there and try to pick you apart. He's going to try to get the ball out of his hands. He's already hurt with his hand. So it's going to be a rough playoff experience for Aaron Rodgers at over 40 years old, right? So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Number 2 for me, it's going to be, all right, let's go with the Chargers.
Really?
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Okay.
The reason for that, Z, and I'm going to let you go because I know you have a lot to say too, but the reason with the Chargers is they're missing their 2 tackles. All right, offensively, they kind of been sporadic as well. Justin Herbert, yes, he's the best version of himself in the regular season, but he has not done that in the postseason just yet.
It's true.
All right, Harbaugh, hell of a coach. All right, but the coaches do not play. Defense for the Chargers has been better, and they stepped up and they get some turnovers. I don't trust Justin Herbert in the big-time moments. Give me the Chargers.
All right, so you'd rather play Pittsburgh first.
Yes.
Chargers second. Who comes third?
Houston. Houston's number 3 for me.
Really?
Another one.
Wow.
All right, CJ Stroud, what do you look like? Can you be the best version of yourself? See, Houston doesn't have the strong run game. Now, they have a couple running backs that are starting to come along, but they do not have a strong run game. They're missing one of their key receivers that has not been there all year. So you know that Pat Surtain's going to be on their best receiver. All right, for CJ Stroud, you have to come to us in this environment. What does that look like? Is it cold? If it is cold, because we know the weather's getting ready to change, can you play in the cold?
Yeah.
Can you find a way to get past this vicious defense? And I just think that we have their number. We were able to beat them with field goals last time, Zach.
So it goes, you'd rather play Pittsburgh first, Chargers second, Houston third, and Buffalo fourth.
We need the Buffalo Bills to lose. I am nervous about the Buffalo Bills.
Wow. Okay.
It's Josh Allen. Honestly, when you look at the AFC, other than Aaron Rodgers, and he's old, he's the most experienced quarterback in here that knows that the opportunity is there for the taking. That this, if he wants to get to a Super Bowl, this is the time to do it. A bunch of inexperienced quarterbacks that have not been where Josh has been yet. All right. Also, Buffalo has a vicious run game. That's something that beat us last year. They were able to just put an extra guy on the line of scrimmage and just run with James Cook.
It's true. They added that 6th offensive lineman almost every single play.
James Cook is the leading rusher in the NFL this year.
He is.
He's a bad man, and you have to respect that. If you cannot stop the run like the Denver Broncos were not able to do last year, you are not beating the Buffalo Bills.
We'll continue this conversation. I'll give you my list in order coming up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Let's go!
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. I get it. Well, January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows Free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And ask how you could get a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. If you're feeling cold drafts, have trouble getting the windows open or closed, or paying a lot for your heat, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost the house, I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found tax relief advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax relief advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Will did and call TRA for a consultation.
But for me, the real win is I got my life back.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-488-2578. 800-488-2578. That's 800-488-2578.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at Hellsberg.com.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we're just having a conversation about next weekend and, just the options of who you'd rather play. And I'm curious, behind the glass, Dante and Drew, if you guys want to put together a list of the 4 teams, who you'd rather play. What's the most advantageous matchup for the Denver Broncos in order? In order. All right? So you have, just to recap your list, Pittsburgh, the number one option. I think no matter who we ask, Dante, Drew, the text line, or the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, Pittsburgh's going to be almost everyone's number one answer. And if it's not, I'd be curious as to why, okay? You had Pittsburgh first, the Chargers second, Houston third, and Buffalo fourth.
Yeah.
Meaning Buffalo, the team that you would not want to see.
Stay away from them. Stay away.
Pittsburgh's number one for me. For the obvious reasons, they just don't feel believable. It feels like, quite honestly, the entire operation is on borrowed time. It feels like Aaron Rodgers is on borrowed time. He's at the end of the road. It feels like Mike Tomlin is on borrowed time. He could have been at the end of the road had they lost on Sunday Night Football. And honestly, if I'm Pittsburgh, a quick just aside here, if I'm Pittsburgh, you cannot let a massive organizational decision come down to whether a human being made or missed a 27-yard field goal. If you feel convicted that it's time to move on and they go lose this weekend, you should move on.
I'm wondering if Baltimore would have done it no matter what. Because Baltimore makes that field goal, they're in the playoffs.
Right.
Is it different? Do you keep John Harbaugh and Lamar together because they go back to the playoffs?
It's a great question.
Or did they have, like you just said, did they already have their mind made up that this was going to be the last time, the last ride, no matter what was going to happen, because the owner and John Harbaugh couldn't get on the same page?
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't think there's any way to know. John Harbaugh's not going to be a guy that's going to go jump on a podcast and tell you all about it. He's just going to respect the situation, respect his time there, and move forward. But I would love to know the answers to those questions. So we agree. I think Pittsburgh's going to be the number one team. I mentioned before, they played 5 playoff teams this year, and they have gone 1-4. Okay, so it kind of speaks for itself. And just the eye test as well. The team that I would like to play the most after Pittsburgh, and just to be real, I don't feel comfortable playing any of these teams.
Yeah.
Any of them.
It's wide open.
And just also because of the way that the Broncos offense has looked, just if I'm just being honest. Because if it looks the way that it did on Sunday, they can get beat by anyone.
So, well, they will get beat by anybody.
They will get beat by anyone.
Let's be real. You have to sustain drives, be methodical, and get in that end zone.
The team next, man.
Okay, you can copy me for one time. One time today.
I'm going to put Buffalo.
Don't lie.
I do not trust their defense. I don't trust their history. I don't trust their coach. All right? I don't trust their defense. I don't trust their history, and I don't trust their coach.
Well, the history is that the Buffalo has got to the Super Bowl. They just can't win it. But
that's ancient history.
But even for Buffalo, think about it. You love to say this, Zach. I can't believe I'm defending Buffalo and Josh Allen, but I guess I'm going to have to do this because Zach doesn't like Josh anymore. Josh was, 13 seconds away from the Super Bowl?
That was years ago, Phil.
But
if that team,
experience.
Hey, if that team was in these playoffs, the Bills would go win the Super Bowl. But that team isn't. And the second best Buffalo team isn't in these playoffs. And the third best Buffalo team under Josh isn't in these playoffs. I legitimately think this is the fifth best team under Josh.
Yeah.
And then you find out, in the last 24 hours, that starting cornerback for a second straight year. Last year was Christian Benford. This time it's Hairston. You're missing some frontline players. Josh doesn't look healthy. He doesn't look right. He suffered a foot injury 3 weeks ago that they were on watch for, whether he was going to play 2 weeks ago. He doesn't look the same physically.
So you're going to go with Buffalo. So Buffalo would be number 2. If we have to play somebody and Pittsburgh's out of it, let's go Bills.
Yep. And then the third team that I would pick, and it makes me uncomfortable, it'd be Houston. And I just don't trust C.J. Stroud. And I know he's been to the postseason 3 straight years, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. That defense is incredible, but the reason it's less about what Houston is not and more about the matchup that the Chargers are and have been for the Broncos. I would feel very uncomfortable if the Chargers win on Sunday night against the Patriots and are coming here for the divisional round. Jim Harbaugh has owned this matchup.
Yep.
Herbert plays fantastic against
in the regular season.
Yeah, that's true.
That is the thing for me right there. You're only going as far as your quarterback is going to take you. We know that majority of these teams that we're talking about have really good defenses. But can your quarterback do something a little extra to win that game? Can your quarterback take care of that football to win that game? And for Justin Herbert, for 2 straight years that he has been in the playoffs, he has been the worst version of himself, a shell of himself. And I think that's going to be the exact same thing that happens to Justin Herbert. Why? Because they don't have the team around him right now because everybody is still banged up. Even the running back, that Amarion Hampton that we all wanted, he has been banged up too. He had a little over 500 yards this year. All right, so it's not like he's just the greatest gift when it comes to the running back room. He still has his flaws, and we've been able to watch the Chargers a couple times this year. And on top of that, Justin Herbert is still not healthy. What does that look like if he gets banged up again with this arm that he just had surgery, his hand he just had surgery on? I don't trust, just like you said, C.J. Stroud, I don't trust Justin Herbert. One of the best quarterbacks in regular season, don't get me wrong, but this is the playoff time.
And by the way, I want to say this too. Had Josh not gotten hurt a couple weeks ago and he looked different physically, I think they'd be lower on my list or higher, however you want to say it. But I'm watching, dude, he can't turn the corner on guys anymore in the backfield. You know the way that Bo was on Sunday?
Yeah.
Free rushers, he'll turn the corner and he's a good enough athlete. Josh isn't doing that anymore. And if he is missing that ability and he doesn't have a top receiver, I don't know. I'm just skeptical. Behind the glass, how would you guys have it 1 through 4?
I'm actually one of the few that I have the Chargers as number 1.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a quick explanation for that.
I mean, you have backup tackles and this pass rush going up against that offensive line. I really like that. And I think the Broncos can get a little revenge game from, was it week 2 or week 3 from the regular season?
Yeah, week 3, I think.
I think that plays a factor as well. Justin Herbert's banged up. I mean, we saw him get sacked 7 times in that Philadelphia Monday night game. The Chargers don't really have a very impressive win. Their most impressive win is over Pittsburgh, but I think Pittsburgh's a lot different team now than they were, 8 weeks ago when they played each other.
You know what I think their most impressive win was? I don't think it's Pittsburgh. I think it was week 1 against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
A fully healthy Chiefs team. I forget. I think that was a on location game, wasn't it? It was
I think it was in Brazil. But still, that was 3 months ago?
Yeah, a long time ago.
So if that's your most impressive win, that doesn't really, I'm not too scared of that.
Right.
I would have Pittsburgh second, though. Aaron Rodgers still, the way he manipulated that game on Sunday night against the Steelers or against the Ravens, there's still, a lot going on up there where he can make the defense do what he wants to, and it feels like they have a little bit of belief there. Could be his swan song, his last playoff run here too, and I think there's something to that and that belief in that locker room. Houston next, just that great defense they have, not as much afraid of C.J. Stroud, and then Buffalo last, just because you never want to be facing a team where the best player on the field is on the other team.
Yeah, and real quick, you know what I think their best win is against Philadelphia on Monday Night Football about a month ago.
I mean, Philadelphia had 5 turnovers in that game. I think Jalen Hurts had 4.
They did.
So to me, that says more about what Philly was doing than what the Chargers were doing.
All right, that's fair.
So everybody's best win is the Eagles.
Drew, what is your order 1 through 4?
The team I'd want to play the most would be the Buffalo Bills, mostly because, like you said,
really,
yeah, I don't think the defense is that good. Josh is not Josh Allen of what he was. They're not very well coached. There's just not a lot not to like about Buffalo. So give me them first. Second would be Pittsburgh. That defense, not very good, but, man, Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs would scare me a little bit if I'm a Broncos fan. I know he's not Aaron Rodgers of 10 years ago, but he's still he still shows flashes of being pretty darn good.
Yeah, he looked good this past week.
He really did. He really did. Third for me would be Houston. I think the best defense in football would give the Broncos offense absolute fits again. And the Chargers, to me, would be the team I want to play the least. I think that team is really good, really well coached. Justin Herbert is a great quarterback, great defense. Everything about the Chargers except for the injuries would make me not want to play them.
Yeah, all right, so we're kind of all over the board with the four of us here. Interesting. Okay, I thought we'd agree on Pittsburgh, but we still know that was not the case.
You got to put a little respect on Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin.
TJ Watt came back as well.
TJ Watt's another one.
And they're a different team. I mean, their win-loss splits when he is in and out of the lineup is
His
remarkable.
own people try to eliminate him.
He's almost like a quarterback almost. His value that is to that team. Okay, the Nuggets pulled off a historic upset 48 hours ago. What are we in store for in the follow-up act tonight in Boston? That's coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide.
This new year, don't just make a resolution, make a transformation with SodaWeightLoss.com. Clients routinely look and feel 10 years younger like I did when I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. And right now, the perfect gift for you both. Look and feel 10 years younger for the price of one. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results, just like me. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
I'm Rob Wilhite.
And for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit willheightwins.com. That's willheightwins.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins The Drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Fun conversation about the Broncos. And I love them.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, Zach. At the end of the day, we're going through these, like, who would we rather play? Truly, if the Denver Broncos are up to it, the offense does their part, scores some points, defense comes to play, special teams does their part, they're better than majority of the teams we just listed.
Are you sure?
I mean, the Bills will be one, like I said, I'm scared of. Another one that you may have to face. But, again, it would be New England. But New England's kind of in the same boat as Denver when it comes to the quarterback situation. You have Drake May, who has had an awesome regular season, but this is just a little bit different. Is the pressure too much?
So I got to give you a pushback on
please do.
Similar quarterback situation.
Okay.
And you want to know what? Let's save it. Because we're going to kind of have a conversation like this at the top of the hour anyway.
But you know what you always say, you put a pin in it.
We'll put a pin in it because at the top of the hour, we were supposed to get to this yesterday, and the John Harbaugh news broke like right at 3 o'clock. So we're going to do it today. Where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture? And we'll rank them, all right? And
let's Bo.
It's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get really interesting.
Blue 99 Weasel.
I can't wait to do that. And we'll do that here in just about less than 12 minutes. All right. So the Nuggets pulled off a historic upset 48 hours ago, and for some reason I don't know what is up with our morning show. They apparently and people like tell me this stuff. They're like DM me like, hey, they just brought you up again and what you said. So I went back and listened.
You got ears. You got ears on the street, Zach. We know this.
And they like brought it up again today. They're like, yeah, Zach was sticking to the story. That was one of the great upsets. And I'm like, what are you guys missing? Just name me a better one.
How could it not be one of the greatest upsets when the Sixers had everybody playing in an MVP and Embiid? Do we forget that? And the Nuggets had nobody. I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful, but it was all backups.
No, they made a concession to lose the game. They were not trying to win the game. They were nearly 16-point underdog. And so, and by the way, and I don't want to keep talking about this because it's just like semantics, but I'm listening to the most popular basketball podcast in the world today, ESPN's Hoop Collective, and this was said.
Where we talked about the Sixers, all for Monday's podcast. Maybe they've turned the corner. They get the Nuggets missing 7 of their top 8 players?
At least their top 7 players.
Okay.
At least.
On the second night of a back-to-back, on the 7th game of a road trip.
Nuggets flat out punted the game.
Yes.
Sat everybody.
And they won.
And lost.
I mean, I got to say, it may not be the biggest regular season upset of the last few years, but it's in the running.
Okay, so you don't want to take my word for it. These are people that have no connection to Denver. It is what it is. I don't know what the confusion is.
Here's a crush on you. That's what it is.
They do talk about me a lot. Here's the follow-up act. And it's like one of these things where you go all in to win a game with the guys that we're playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Nuggets organizationally it was the opposite of going all in to win a game. But they won anyway.
Yeah, it was with the 9.
It was, I saw someone call it, because years ago, and if you wanted to argue this was a bigger upset, right, and you'd have to have institutional knowledge to have these conversations, but what you could argue was a bigger upset was, I think, in 2019. The Nuggets were ascending, and they were missing a ton of guys.
Was it 19 or 20? Wasn't it the COVID year?
I forget. It might have been the COVID year. It might have been people out with COVID.
Yeah.
And the Nuggets went into Utah when they had like Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert and were fantastic at that time. They went into Utah with 7 players and won a game. And that game was called the 7. And in this,
somebody was taking my stuff. I said I didn't know it. They called it the 7.
No, and I saw someone call this game because they were missing their top 7.
Yeah.
-7, which I kind of like that too.
I love that one right there. The thing with that game, I think we all can agree with, they still had Jokic.
They did, and Jamal Murray.
And Jamal Murray, your best guys on your team. Right, the best player in the world, and I know at the time, there was things going around, but he was still playing at elite level, and then Jamal. So this team right here was depleted.
They were, and the guys that even maybe could have played were still shut down. All right, it was second night of a back-to-back, 6 game of a long 7-game road trip that wraps up here this evening before they come back home on Friday night against Atlanta. We don't know who's going to play in this game yet. All right, we know who's not going to play. All right, here's who have been ruled out. Jokic ruled out. Cam Johnson ruled out. Jonas Valanciunas ruled out. The rest of the guys, though, Aaron Gordon, questionable. Christian Brown, questionable. Jamal Murray, questionable. Tim Hardaway Jr., questionable. So
our boy Drew sent us something not too long ago, right when we started this. They all those guys that you just named, and you can look for yourself, Zach, are probable now.
Oh, okay, cool.
So.
And you want to know what? That would have been my assumption because they had just played the night before in Brooklyn. Yeah. And I think that the thought was from David Adelman was we have a better opportunity to win the game in Brooklyn than we will in Philly. So we're going to play our dudes in Brooklyn. Well, guess what? You still lost. And then the game that you tapped out on is the game that you won. I mean, it's
doesn't make any sense.
It's hysterical.
But we're going to ride with it.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Okay, so now we know. Let's just assume that those guys are going to play. What are you looking for tonight?
Well, I'm looking for me and yours, Zach, our calculations to be right when it comes to the formula. That now, the first time that these guys were together, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, it was like a transitioning period.
Yep.
So it was going to be different, and we lost that game against Brooklyn.
Yep, when they're getting reintroduced after not playing for a long period of time.
Well, hopefully this is now the case where it's the second time that these guys are going to be together. They want, when I mean they, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, the guys that we need, Jamal Murray, they want to put their best foot forward and say, hey, we had our backups go out there and do their thing. We don't need that help anymore. Let's help them out by doing our job. And if Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, they do their part, we should be able to compete. Now, I don't know if we're going to win this game because Boston is on a heater right now. Was it 4 games that Boston have won? You're on the road. It's going to be different. But I like our chances knowing that CB, AG, Tim Hardaway Jr., all these guys are going to be back in the mix.
Well, I'm very curious. I'm very curious because this is a Celtics team that a lot of people thought was just going to sort of punt on the season. Right, they made some financial decisions that to get out of the second apron, and Jason Tatum goes down with a devastating injury, and it was the assumption that hey, this guy is probably going to miss the entire season, and so you could just sort of like punt on it. That's not what the Celtics are doing. All right, they're 23-12. I got to tell you, Jaylen Brown has been phenomenal, and guys like Payton Pritchard and Derek White. I mean, they're just. Sam Hauser, they're just all coming together. Luke Garza has played better than anyone thought. Yeah. Anthony Simons, who has been by the way, Nuggets killer in the past when he used to play for Portland, has played well. And so this is just a group of guys. They're well coached. Joe Mazzulla, championship level coach. This is just a bunch of guys that is without their dude, Tatum.
Can the Denver Nuggets get the win tonight?
They absolutely can. If they play well, and again, this is the end of a road trip.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like they're just dying to get home. Longest road trip of the season. If they play well, they can absolutely win. But it's going to be a challenge. As of about an hour ago, Celtics were a 9.5-point favorite. We'll see what that looks like here throughout the afternoon as these guys go from questionable to probable and see what happens from an odds maker standpoint. Okay, where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture? We'll rank them coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Hey, Colorado, when you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, head to Johnson Auto Plaza. Explore their huge selection of new Chevy, Buick, and GMC trucks and SUVs. Find your new truck or SUV at JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com. Stop in and experience the Johnson advantage that so many now know. Johnson Auto Plaza is your truck and SUV headquarters. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, Johnson Chevy Buick GMC.com.
The West isn't just a place, it's a feeling. And this January 10th through the 25th, the National Western Stock Show presented by Common Spirit Health brings the heart of the West to Denver. So saddle up for 16 days of rodeo action, family fun, and championship livestock. This is where tradition meets excitement. This is who we are. We are the West. Tickets available at nationalwestern.com.
What's up, everybody? It's Cecil. You'd love new windows. I'd love new windows. That's why I went to Window Nation. Why? Because I live in Roxborough. I deal with a ton of wind and cold winter months. Well, that means the higher heat bills. I don't want that. Well, how do you fight that? You fight it with new windows. Right now, Window Nation's buy 4, get 4 windows free sale. You can get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. It's time. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now. It's windownation.com.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
At Berg Simpson, we are passionate about what we do. We bring that passion and our expertise to the office and courtroom every single day. We're always working hard and are committed to doing everything we can to give our clients the best opportunity to have a great result.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
Hey, the cold weather is here. Stoke here from my friends at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Has another company told you that you need a new furnace? Time to throw in the challenge flag. Rocks Heating and Air offers no obligation, free second opinions. And don't forget about heat pump rebates. They've never been better. Up to $13,500 only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that cheap.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you here on a hump day, January 7th. Very grateful that you guys are choosing to spend a part of your day with us. Going to have a conversation right now, and we're going to have an additional conversation at the bottom of this hour. One of the craziest stories that represents or encapsulates the current state of college football that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Show
me the money.
You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, we're going to talk about it at 3:30 in the 3 count. But before we do that, where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture? Here are the quarterbacks, and this is just the quarterbacks by seed, okay? It's Bo Nix. It's Drake May. It's Trevor Lawrence. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's C.J. Stroud. It's Josh Allen. And it's Justin Herbert.
Aaron Rodgers is the guy that shouldn't be at the party. He's 40 years old, but he's at his college party looking around.
Yes. There's always one of
What are we
those.
doing? Not always.
And honestly, that was me for my first year out of college.
But then you had to have looked around and say, okay, I'm done.
Well, because here's the thing. So, I transferred into my 4 year after playing a year of JUCO basketball, and so my best buddies became the guys that I came into school with that were like quote unquote my class. Yeah. But those were mostly freshmen, and I was a junior, and so my first year out of college, all my best college buddies were still in college, and so there was a time or two. And I think I told the story before, and
you said a lot of stories.
I know. But I think I told the story because my first year out of college, I was selling cars.
Yeah.
It was a dealership called New Country Lexus, selling Lexuses. And what I was doing on the side is because I couldn't find work, it was the recession. Okay, so people were not finding jobs in that 2008, 9, 10 period of time, and so I was selling cars, and I started my own website, buysline.com. And that's when blogging was huge.
Yeah, you definitely have told this story before, I think.
And so I would be selling cars, but when I would have downtime, I would be writing blogs in my cubicle just trying to get something on my resume, and I was calling the games for free as a color man on a webcast. I was streaming only at the school that I had just played at, which was humbling too, right? But I wanted to just be active. I knew I wanted to go in this direction. I'm like, okay, well, no one's going to hire me. You got
to get the reps.
And so I'm going to go do that for free, and I'll start my own website for free. And once upon a time, there was like 600 people a day going to my little website there and be advertising on Facebook and this and that. And
check me out, ZB. Let's go. It's me.
Yeah, and it was one of these things where I went back to a college party, and I drove my Lexus there because they give you what's called a demo.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm driving a Lexus, and I was really excited about that. But it was theirs, it wasn't mine.
Yeah, but you was whipping there, probably listening to Jay-Z.
I was. And so I'm in this party, and I'm like 22 years old or whatever I was. And my best buddy, Shay, he's nose to nose with this dude from the soccer team, okay? Over a girl,
yeah,
okay? And then all this guy's friends are coming over, and all of our friends are coming over, and the kid's like, you're not going to do it, da-da-da. And Shay go, boop. Hit him right in the mouth.
Done.
And it's a brawl, okay? And it's just an old school, like the basketball guys are fighting the soccer guys. And
what a matchup.
It got out of control. And it's spilling into the street, and we all sort of like, and cops are coming. We're all running in different directions. My Lexus is there, and they towed it. And I could not find it, and I did not know where it was. And I had just got it. So I need to locate the Lexus that I'm driving as a demo to go to work the next day. Imagine me going to work the next day and I don't have the Lexus.
You're just walking in the building.
Dude, I got that Lexus back about 4 o'clock in the morning. and it was like $250 to get it out, and I didn't have $250 to rub together. And my buddy Dan, Big Dan, who just visited recently, lent me the money.
Shout out Dan.
Yes, and I got that Lexus back. But so I was that guy once upon a time that was a year out of school back at the party.
Get the chugs going.
I'm ready. Gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so how you want to do this? Let's go like one for one.
Yeah.
Let's start off with who we think is the best quarterback in the AFC playoff picture.
Best to worst in the playoffs. I can't believe we're going to say worst because all these quarterbacks are in the playoffs.
And they're all good.
They're all good.
All of them are good, so there's no slights here, but someone's going to have to be last, okay? So you go first. You tell me, or I can go first, who the number one quarterback in the AFC playoff picture is.
I'm going to go first. All right, and I feel like I've been advocating for this guy all day long. Somebody on the text line is probably telling me, man, why does he have a crush on Josh Allen? But, like, hey, it's real. All right, Josh Allen is legit. There's a reason why he won the MVP. There's a reason why he's in the playoffs almost every single year. He's a game changer, all right, especially if he's healthy. So number one has to be Josh Allen. All right, now I understand there's only one guy on this list that has won a Super Bowl. But he's past his prime, but we're going to get to him. With Josh Allen, he has done a lot in the playoffs. He has came so close to the Super Bowl. He knows what it takes to win these games. He knows what it takes to win when it's cold. And I've brought that up multiple times. Guys, it's different. We have had the luxury here in Denver to play when it's been 60 degrees.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about that, by the way. Every single Broncos home game this year was 60 degrees or warmer.
Crazy.
I don't know if that's ever happened before.
No, I don't think it's never happened before. And you know what? It's great for the fans because you're just out there relaxing, having fun. It's great for the players because you don't have to think about it being cold or the ball being wet. You could just focus on a beautiful day and playing football like you would be in a dome. But things change. Think about it. If you've been in the weather, 68 degrees, 70 this whole time, and then all of a sudden it does a 180 turn, and now it's 15 degrees, it's snowing, it's windy, and you've never been a part of that?
So
it's a shell shock to you.
Totally, but what I wanted to ask was, does that hurt the Broncos this year?
It might.
The fact that every single game has been 60 degrees or warmer, and most have been warmer, and then that shell shock could be happening to the Broncos at the same time because there's no callus built up because we say, hey, these teams are cold weather teams because they play in the cold weather. The Broncos haven't played in cold weather.
No, and they haven't. And now we don't know what the weather's going to look like for the playoffs. I do know that the weather is supposed to change this week starting on Saturday.
It is.
Denver doesn't have a game, so that's lucky us. But if it gets cold, that's something that you're going to have to take in consideration. Can you run the ball better than the other team if it's cold and it's snowing and it's windy? Can Bo Nix hold on to the ball and grip it? Because rookie year Bo Nix against the Jets, and it wasn't a monsoon, all right, he struggled throwing the ball in the rain. It's just different. So if you're having to do something where the weather is just not beautiful and perfect, can you overcome that and also beat up on a team and try to beat a team that's really, really good too? So that's something that we're going to have to watch and keep our eye on. And hopefully we continue to have the perfect weather like we have been.
Well, I don't think it's going to stay perfect. And this is something that like 7 years from now, if we're having this conversation, this exact conversation, say the weather has been cold and the Broncos have built up a callus of playing in the cold. Greg Penner and Sean Payton say, keep the roof open.
Yeah. Yes.
Let Miami come into here. Let Jacksonville come into here. Let fill in the blank. AFC warm weather team, or at least warmer.
You say Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah.
Bring Jacksonville here.
But if it's this exact situation, you may want to say we'll keep the roof closed because we don't want it to negatively impact us because we have not built up that callus. Yeah, so just a side conversation. I agree. Josh Allen has earned the right to be the number one quarterback in the AFC playoff picture. He is he's a Hall of Famer. I used to get made fun of a few years for saying that that's his trajectory. He is. I mean, he's great. He's great. 5 straight years accounting for 40 touchdowns. No other quarterback has ever done that more than twice. He's done it 5 straight years. It would have been 6 this year. He finished with 39. Everything about Josh Allen goes up in the postseason. Touchdown to interception ratio goes up. Completion percentage goes up. Quarterback rating goes up. He becomes the best version of himself. So he deserves to be number one. He's both of our number one. Who is number 2?
Go ahead, Zach.
Ooh, okay. Number 2 in the AFC playoff picture.
Let's see if we're on the same page.
Man.
See if I taught you well.
Because here's the thing. My first instinct, I want to say Drake May. Because I think Drake May be the MVP of the entire league.
He might win it this year. Him or Matthew Stafford.
But can I say that if you've never played in a playoff game? I can't go number 2 for Drake May.
And let me put, I had a little Drake May stat here too for Drake. Oh, Drake May, because I wanted to know, okay, like they're winning games, but has he truly went through the fire? Has he had hard games where he had to pull them out and come back like Bo Nix has? And the answer is no. Drake May has 0 fourth quarter comebacks this year.
Oh, interesting.
And a matter of fact, he's 0-13. He has an 0-13 record when trailing entering the fourth quarter. So if he's trailing in the fourth quarter, he has not had success. So that's something where you're in the playoffs now. Anything can happen. You're going to go through some conflicts, trials and tribulations, correct? And this is someone like Josh Allen can pull it off because he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, my man had to sit there and watch the Chiefs win with 13 seconds left on the clock, but he did his job, right?
Crazy.
Like, it's the experience where Drake May, this is his first time doing all of this, having this success, having the hype, may win the MVP. But do you know what the playoffs feel like? Do you know what it feels like when your back's against the wall? And if you do have to come to Denver and it's one of the loudest places you've ever played, can you pull that off? And I don't know if I can sit here and reward somebody who has never done it before.
Yeah, and you know, those were great stats that you gave. Give me the one about the fourth quarter again.
Yeah, right now for Drake May in the fourth quarter, I have 0 fourth quarter comebacks.
And what do you say, 0-13?
0-13 record when trailing entering the fourth quarter.
Very interesting. Just learned something right now. That's good stuff, Phil.
Damn, Zach, you learning from me now?
I am. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So I can't put May in for the reasons that you just articulated. I also want to say Justin Herbert, but he hasn't played his best football in the postseason. But I'm not going with Rodgers, despite him being the guy that's won the Super Bowl.
But see, there you go. Right? Why are you not going with Rodgers?
Because times change and circumstances change, and Rodgers is 40 years old, and
they're still winning games, and Rodgers is still one of the reasons why they're able to win games. Is he the biggest reason? No, the defense. TJ Watt. They have a run game that's starting to go right now. But Aaron Rodgers is still the mastermind creating these plays, manipulating like Dante just got done explaining, manipulating these plays and being smart, knowing that he doesn't have that athletic ability anymore, but he still has the brain. What do you say about Jalen Pickett?
He's a neck-up player.
Right now, Aaron Rodgers is a neck-up player. Let me get the ball out of my hands. And one thing that we are going to still have to watch out for with Aaron Rodgers, all right, when it comes to passing, is he's going to get those damn running backs involved. And for someone like Denver, let's just say, because we want Pittsburgh, right? Can our linebackers handle man-to-man coverage? Knowing that Aaron Rodgers wants to get the ball out of his hands, do some one-on-one with these linebackers, can they do their part?
Very interesting. And Rodgers, man, maybe I need to put more respect on his name. I mean, he's over 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio this year. Now, he's not putting up huge yardage numbers, but he's completing 66% of his passes. Now, he takes too many sacks. He's not the same mobile athlete that he used to be. Look,
don't let me talk you into doing something you don't want to do. Here's a cigarette, Zach. Take it.
After Josh Allen, I'm going to go with I'm just going to obey my eyes.
All right.
And I'm not going to be able to draw from a ton of substance. But I think I'm just meeting the current moment, not the past, the current moment. Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football of his career. Jacksonville's playing the best football of anyone in the entire league. I can't believe I'm going to do it, and it doesn't make me feel comfortable. I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence, number 2.
That's not a bad answer. Trevor Lawrence deserves to have more respect put on his name for what he has done this year. And it's not like Trevor Lawrence is this brand new quarterback in the league.
No.
He's been around. He's got to a playoff game. All right, now that he's 1-1 in the playoffs. So he has a little bit of experience. So what does that mean moving forward for him? Like, he knows that he has to start going for himself or he's going to be considered a bust. I didn't respect Trevor Lawrence, Zach.
Me either.
I did not respect his game.
I'd say, like, where's all the hype? Where's the meat and potatoes from this prodigy?
Exactly. But watching him play against Denver and what he was able to do with his legs, with his mind, with his arm, it was impressive. And he has that team going. And now they feel like they're the underdogs because they're this small market team and nobody believes that they can do it because they're from Jacksonville and it's hot over there.
They're still
playoffs.
They're still running with that.
Because it works.
That small market team. I saw a little boy had it painted on his chest this weekend. Seriously. And then also, and I often say this with the quarterbacks, this is not a game of one-on-one basketball. Yeah. I'm saying also Trevor Lawrence because of the entire operation and the cohesiveness of him and the play caller and the addition of Jacoby Myers and what he's done with Bretton Strange and Brian Thomas Jr. and Parker Washington. So, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is my number 2. Who's yours?
So I'm going with A-Rod. I can't believe I'm going to Aaron Rodgers, and we went back and forth on it. I already explained why. But also, here's a little stat with Aaron Rodgers, and he's an old dog, right? The oldest one there. He's 11-10 in the playoffs, and is the only one with a Super Bowl. So when it comes down to the end of games and being smart with the football, Aaron Rodgers is going to do it. He has only thrown 7 interceptions this year. Along with that, you have to build in T.J. Watt is back. That's a bad mother. Shut your mouth, and we all know that. All right, Mike Tomlin's another one who has won a Super Bowl, correct? Like, he's been there. Like, so some things like this can help you out. And so I don't want to disrespect and just throw Aaron Rodgers. Although we sit here and say we want Pittsburgh, all right, Aaron Rodgers, all it takes for him to do is drive down the field methodically, the defense to hold up like they have in some of these games, and they win.
And he's going to be getting a DK Metcalf back?
He's going to get DK Metcalf back. The only thing that's going to hurt the Pittsburgh Steelers, Zach, is the kicking game. For some odd reason, and I was looking it up and doing a little research on it, the kicking game has decreased a little bit throughout the season. Missed a couple of crucial kicks, so that's something that can come into play where if they do play us, and Will Lutz has to have that game-winning kick, I have all the confidence in the world that man's going to make that kick. With Pittsburgh, I don't think they have the confidence in that kicker over there.
Yeah, and is it Cam Little, I think, and Buffalo dealing with kicker issues as well there in Western New York. So you have Aaron Rodgers as your number 2.
Yeah.
I have Trevor Lawrence as my number 2. For my number 3, and we're ranking the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture, we each have Josh Allen number 1. I have Trevor Lawrence number 2. For my third pick, I'll go with Aaron Rodgers. I thought he was done. I'm not going to lie. And to have a better than 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, again, takes too many sacks, but leading that offense, just over 200 yards a game, he's just smart. He's smart. And to only have 7 interceptions after an entire season of football is it's pretty remarkable. It's pretty remarkable. So I'll go with Aaron Rodgers, number 3. Who you going with number 3?
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
We just have him mixed up there, but Trevor Lawrence has thrown the ball over, he has over 4,000 yards passing, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. All right, very accurate. Now he's getting better. He's getting better. At the beginning, he was not accurate. He's getting better. He can utilize his legs.
Yes, he does. He by the way, Trevor Lawrence ran for 40 first downs this year.
See, so like he's a threat, and he understands. See, that's one thing that we're hoping Bo Nix just unlocked, where someone like Trevor Lawrence knows, hey, if we're going to win these games and we're going to be in some tight games, I am going to have to utilize my feet, and that's exactly what he did against the Denver Broncos. He scored a touchdown with his legs.
He did.
He was able to get outside of the pocket, all right, buy some times, and was able to get a 3rd and 11, I want to say, and pick that up for a first down, and Jacksonville went down and scored on that drive because of it. So Trevor Lawrence is playing at a high elite level. He has the confidence. The defense around him is confident, and I'm going to have to put him at number 3, Z.
All right, so we're through 3, and we have 7 to go, or 4 to go. For my 4th pick after Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, and Aaron Rodgers, I know he doesn't have a lot of success in the postseason, but I'm going to once again just obey my eyes and meet the moment, the present moment, and not the past. I'm going to go with Justin Herbert.
All right.
I think he's just fantastic. I think he's tougher than a $2 steak.
He is.
Him coming back from that hand surgery, I mean, goodness gracious. Just tough, accurate. I mean, big, strong, mobile. We get a front row seat twice a year, and he's just fantastic. I'm going with Herbert as my 4th.
Hey, you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not going with Justin Herbert. Who I'm going with is a guy that has won a playoff game. He's young, but he has won a playoff game, and that's C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud's one that I don't think a lot of people are putting respect on, especially this year, because one, his numbers, and two, the defense is just so damn dominant. They're the best defense in the league. And so what do you do just like we do here? All right, like it's because of the defense. Defense, for me, defense wins championships. But one thing C.J. Stroud does is he's able to sustain drives. He's able to make a couple big-time plays. All right, against man, he's one of the best against man. That's one of the other reasons why, I wasn't okay with wanting to play Houston, because we play a lot of man.
Sure.
And C.J. Stroud, and they have a couple receivers that are very explosive. So for C.J. Stroud, I'm going to put a little respect on his name because he has won a playoff. He's 1-1 as well, and I'm going to put him at number 4.
I like it. And his playoff win is over Justin Herbert. So you could kind of add that, correct. Add that to it. I think Herbert's a better quarterback, but he does have that win over Herbert and the Chargers. For my 5th pick, after Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, as we're ranking our AFC quarterbacks. So Allen, Lawrence, Rodgers, Herbert. Oh, man. I'm going to go C.J. Stroud.
There's a lot of second guessing over there.
Yeah, because what I want to do is just I don't have the substance to draw from, but my eyes tell me that Drake May is playing the position among the highest in the NFL. Like, we're talking about a guy who just threw for 31 touchdowns and 8 interceptions for a 14-3 football team. Like a bona fide MVP candidate. If he doesn't win it, he's going to be runner-up. You know, I'm just gonna obey my gut. I normally like to draw from substance. I don't have enough of that right now, but this is about this coming weekend and the next weekend, and not the past. And I'm just gonna give a lot of respect to Drake May from what I just saw from wire to wire. Thrown for 4,400 passes.
Yeah,
yards. Excuse me.
The man is good, and he got with a coach that believed in him. That has doctored him up, an offensive coordinator that has doctored him up and put pieces around him. Even someone like Stephon Diggs, although he comes with some baggage, like it's good to have a receiver that you can relate to or count on in big-time moments that have been there, and Stephon Diggs has done that. All right, defensively, they've been able to put together really good games. Now, that's not their strong suit. They lean on their offense, but Drake May, he may win the MVP. Probably is the favorite to win the MVP.
Yep. So he's my 5th. I have Allen, Lawrence, Rodgers, Herbert, and May. Who you got?
This is where we separate. This is where it's time to Bo. I have Bo Nix at 5, Zach.
Really?
Let's Bo.
Okay, explain it to me.
All right. Drake May, phenomenal. Passing yards, all that. But what did I just say there? There's a couple receivers when you're watching. All right, these receivers are getting separation. We're hearing in Denver. Okay, although I love me some Cortland Sutton. All right, Cortland Sutton is not that guy that is just taking it to the house. Not that guy that's just separating himself. Troy Franklin's too inconsistent. All right, Pat Bryant is still too young. And yet with Bo Nix, we have to start putting respect on this man's name because he knows how to win. I don't care about the stats anymore. I don't care about that pretty ball that goes to a receiver. What I care about is in that damn fourth quarter, when it matters the most, who can you rely on? Who can you look at and say, hey, Bo, let's get it done. Let me wink at you because I know that you have ice in your veins. Let me wink at you because I know that everybody in that huddle believes in you. Bo Nix, okay, has something that you cannot coach. All right, we talk about the tangibles and the intangibles, and you taught me about this. Bo Nix has both of them. He has the intangibles and he has the tangibles. But the intangibles are when you get in that huddle, are you believable? In that fourth quarter, when he calls that play, do you believe him? I've been on multiple teams, multiple teams where that quarterback gets in the huddle and he's stuttering. And he doesn't even believe in himself throwing that damn ball. But not Bo Nix. He smiles in the face of some kind of danger.
He does.
He wants it.
He does.
He wants to talk smack like he did to Chris Jones in the Kansas City Chiefs. He does not care. He does not fear anybody. He does not fear Sean Payton. But what he fears that he is going to fail. And that's the scariest dude out there on that damn football field. Give me Bo Nix, number 5.
All right, he's my number 6, and I have to put him above C.J. Stroud. And I know C.J. Stroud has been to the postseason for 3 straight years, and there is something to be said for that. But I'm just gonna, and we're up against it. I love what you just said about Bo Nix, and it's such a real attribute that does not show up in a box score. Like there's no measurement for heart or believability when the chips are down.
Give me my helmet. Like sign me up because I believe in anything Bo has to say. Now, are we going to get it done? It takes a village. But I'm gonna trust that man's going to do his part.
All right, so I have him rounding out my 6th, and then C.J. Stroud is my 7th. Yeah. Stroud just 17 touchdowns this year. I know he missed some time, but when I watch C.J. Stroud, I very rarely walk away impressed.
Yeah,
I think he is a cog in a larger operation, as is Bo. And look,
there's a lot of these quarterbacks, if you want to go that route,
for
this
sure,
year because they're so young.
For sure. So my 1 through 7 AFC quarterbacks ranked: Josh Allen number 1, Trevor Lawrence number 2, Aaron Rodgers number 3, Justin Herbert number 4, Drake May number 5, Bo Nix number 6, C.J. Stroud number 7.
Josh Allen, number 1. Aaron Rodgers, number 2. Trevor Lawrence, number 3. C.J. Stroud, you get the respect for me, number 4. Bo Nix, you're going to work your way up, man. But right now you're at number 5. Justin Herbert, I do not believe in you in the postseason. You become the worst version of yourself, and we're going to need you to do it again. And then Drake May, it was a great year, an MVP type of year. But the pressure is on. Can you do something that you have never done before? If you're down in the fourth quarter, can you win that damn game? Can you come back? We know Bo can. We know Bo has it in him. But for Drake May, this is his first time. What can you do? I have you number 7, man.
All right, a fun conversation. You want to react to that convo, you can do that on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Vance Joseph isn't the only member of Sean Payton's staff interviewing for a head job. We'll give you the details on both Davis Webb and VJ coming up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. How about a New Year's resolution where the commitment takes just one day and yet the results last a lifetime? Address years of hair loss like I did with Dr. Tanya Paul's and Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment using your own natural hair. Advanced Hair restores your bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning, and they guarantee your new hair will grow for life. Celebrate the new year with a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Dental phobia? Consider sedation dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, coloradosedation.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Guys, ladies, get real about your health in the new year with Synergetics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and ladies, take $200 off women's hormone tests. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Look for the best. Synergetics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication, and real results. Everyone I know that goes to Synergetics and Low T Center, well, it changes their lives. Walk in, book an appointment online at GetMyHealthFix.com.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastry at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Denver men's and women's basketball is on the rise, and we need to create a home court advantage this season. Experience more than just the game. Experience team interactions, discounted group rates, concession packages, giveaways, and more all season long with Denver Division I basketball. Learn more at denverpioneers.com. We can create a package just for you with DU Hoops.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come up to top rope with it. 1. All righty. So VJ isn't the only member of Sean Payton's staff interviewing for a head coaching job. How about Davis Webb going through the process of interviewing for the head coaching job of the Las Vegas Raiders, Phil?
Oh, Davis Webb. I mean, he's moving up the rankings pretty fast. I know he's the pass game coordinator and, of course, the quarterback coach. So he's spending a lot of time with Bo Nix. He's spending a lot of time with Sean. Davis Webb has always been a smart guy no matter what. I'm a little salty that he decided not to go to Colorado, dipped out on us.
Yeah, what happened there again?
So the story, and you know what? It's a great story, and shout out Sefo Luafau. Davis Webb, who was playing for Texas Tech, Cheverini, who coached Texas Tech with Patrick Mahomes, and Davis Webb was behind Pat. And so after things went on, Davis Webb wanted to move on after he graduated, and he was going to select Colorado. And he committed to Colorado verbally, and then he went on a visit. After he came and saw our practice, he went on a visit that next day to Cal decided to decommit from us, go to Cal. Well, at that time, Cepho was dealing with what JK's dealing with, the Liz.
Yeah, Liz Frank.
Liz Frank.
Yeah.
So he was coming off of that, and I remember sending Cepho a text before Davis Webb even showed up. I said, Cepho, at the end of this, because how it was done, it wasn't done the right way. And then there was a couple coaches in the building that were like blatantly just kind of bragging about it in front of everybody. And Cepho, and it's like, this is not what you do. Cepho has done a lot for us. So I shoot out a text to him. I call him Caveman because he's an ugly one. He's an ugly man. Call him Caveman with the big ears. Said, hey, at the end of the day, you're a quarterback, and you're going to be the reason why we win a lot of games. 2016, we end up winning a lot of games. Why? Cepho Lua foul. Davis Webb decides to go to Cal. Does a great job. Has a chance to go to the NFL. And then either you're going to make it for a while or you're not in the NFL. It is what it is.
Yeah, he was in the league for 6 years.
Yeah.
I want to say he only started one game, but everyone who's around Davis, acknowledges what you said off the top. He's a bright guy. That being said, there's about 0% chance he's getting the Raiders job, right?
I mean, he first needs to be an offensive coordinator.
Right.
The thought process to me, Zach, was, okay, if VJ does get the job with the Raiders, VJ, and you talked about this, may end up taking Davis Webb. Well, they want to do their due diligence too with, okay, if you decide to take Davis Webb, is he the right guy? Is he smart enough? Is he a smart offensive coordinator and the guy that we can rely on to kind of turn things around? So you're kind of getting two things done at one time.
All right, very interesting. I think it's good for him just to go through the process and just experience that whole sequence of interviewing for a head coaching job, because I think it's going to be relevant here in the coming years for Davis Webb. In terms of Vance Joseph's schedule, he interviewed with the Titans today. He could be in the middle of it right now for all we know. Tomorrow, he is interviewing with both the Giants and the Raiders. All right, so 2 in one day. And then Friday, he'll turn around and interview with the Arizona Cardinals. And the Falcons were actually trying to get him on their docket as well, but they haven't been able to work out a time at this point. I'm sure they will, or they won't. But yeah, VJ, up to his eyeballs in interviews here this week. So busy, but it's all based on good stuff because people like to hire winners. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, so not the same as the Davis Webb decommitting situation, but this story that is unfolding here in the last just couple days, okay? We might be seeing the final straw to fixing the transfer portal and players signing actual contracts with their university. So a week ago, Washington's quarterback, Damon Williams, he signed a legally binding revenue share contract to stay at Washington for a rumored $4 million. Then last night, Williams announced that he's entering the transfer portal and is rumored to be in talks with LSU and Lane Kiffin for $6 million. Now, Washington players and staff are reportedly shocked and found out about this departure on Twitter and Instagram. All right? Washington is expected to fight this and have already refused to enter Williams' name into the portal based on the contract having language prohibiting this player from entering the portal once he was signed. I mean, you talk about like on some Mel Tucker, like he signed with Washington within the week, and then Washington finds out online, just like anybody else, that he is wanting to go to LSU. And Dante, you said that while this was happening, Lane Kiffin was at the LSU basketball game with Sam Levitt, the quarterback from Arizona State, who is on the move from the Sun Devils as well?
He was, yes. It was sitting courtside. It was Levitt, it was Kiffin, and Whit Weeks. Kiffin's daughter's boyfriend / the linebacker for LSU.
Right.
And then I think there was a wide receiver that's also in the transfer portals. The 4 of them sitting courtside at LSU when all of this broke. And a lot of people think that since Trinidad Chambliss, the Ole Miss quarterback, has committed to go back to Ole Miss if he's granted an extra year of eligibility, instead of follow Kiffin to LSU, now Kiffin's kind of scrambling for who he's going to try to get. And Damon Williams is a great quarterback. I get why you're going after him, but it got real messy since he's already signed a contract.
That is wild.
That's why contracts are in place, to protect both sides. We know this. And so you signed a deal for $4 million.
God.
And then you wanted to opt out of it. I don't blame you. If you could try to find a way in the language, go ahead and do it. But
yeah,
it's changing things.
If you were on the team, how would you feel about your quarterback trying to enter the transfer portal? Let's say Washington blocks this and they have this legally binding contract that doesn't let him leave.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that guy coming back to your team and playing, the 2026
hey, man,
season?
This sucks for you. You better help us win a lot of games because you're still being paid $4 million to be the best version of yourself. I mean, at this point, it's a business.
Yeah.
And so I can't be mad at him for wanting to go get money because I would go and get the $6 million as a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah, I was going to say the question would be to turn around to that player who would be questioning you and your intentions. Be like, would you go to LSU for an additional $2 million?
That's what I'm saying.
But this is nuts. This has been the Wild Wild West, but this is like
Wild Wild West.
The Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
Yeah,
it's crazy. just nuts. All right, we'll kick out of the last slap of the mat here on the 3 count. Sean Payton gave his team some time off, and what the players are doing with it tells you all you need to know. That's next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception we'd love to bust. You do not need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, let's make it happen. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Dunright. Great pricing options and bank financing? You bet. Kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Done right since 1985. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Dunright. Visit drhi.com. Thanks.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
It's a new year, and Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. Whether it's a daily walk, hitting the gym, or spending more time with friends and family, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can chase those dreams and achieve your goals. Don't let body pain slow you down. Keep going with Aleve, because this year is your year. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
A lot of personal injury lawyers make claims about how good they are. But how do you know who's the best? Who will fight to get you the money you deserve? At Berg Simpson, we don't rely on simple claims like other firms.
We have 27 best lawyers in America, 17 super lawyers, and we're one of the National Trial Lawyers' top 25 most influential law firms. Compare us to other firms, then call Berg Simpson.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, got a little piece of news here, so we'll call a very quick audible. We just got news that the Colorado Avalanche, and Drew, do you want to just read from the report, read from the news story that just dropped here, like literally in the commercial break?
Yeah, and honestly, it's really not even much of a news story. So there's a reporter who covers the Utah Mammoth. So there's an announcement today in Utah that the Utah Mammoth will be playing the Winter Classic next year, next New Year's Day or January 2nd or whatnot.
And we knew that was coming because there was a press conference announced for this afternoon.
It's coming in about 12 minutes here that they're supposed to do the press conference. But a reporter, Brogan Houston, took a picture from the press conference, and it is a picture with the Winter Classic logos with the Utah Mammoth and the Colorado Avalanche. So it looks like the Avalanche will be playing the Utah Mammoth in next year's Winter Classic in 2027.
Very cool.
And it's cool because this is the Avs' 4th outdoor game, but this is the first time they're playing in the Winter Classic, which is a much bigger deal than just, a Stadium Series game in which they played the previous 3 times they've been outdoors.
And the difference between the Winter Classic and a Stadium Series game is just the label of the game?
Yeah, the label of the game. I mean, it's it's kind of a standalone game on New Year's. It was New Year's Day. Like this year, they played it on January 2nd. It tends to be just a bigger deal because before they were doing 2. I think they were doing 2 or 3 Stadium Series games a year,
right?
On top of just the Winter Classic itself.
Right.
Now they've narrowed it down. Like we just had the Winter Classic in Miami last week. They're doing a Stadium Series game in Tampa next month, but it was just those 2 games. So now it's kind of narrowed down a little bit, but a Winter Classic to me seems like a much bigger deal than a Stadium Series game.
Bigger deal. You got the Avs. Like everybody wants to watch the Avalanche right now. Like they're the hottest team. They're a hot name. Like it's going to bring attention.
And the Winter Classic started around 2008.
Correct, in Buffalo.
Yeah. That's right. And that's why I remember it, because it was at Ralph Wilson Stadium, which they now call a Highmark, which is going away here shortly.
The snow globe game against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yes.
Right under snow was awesome.
Yes.
Unbelievable setting.
And it went into overtime.
Yes.
A shootout, actually, I think. So this has been a NHL tradition. The Avs, I'm trying to remember, now they played down at Air Force, but that was just a Stadium Series, right?
Correct. They played the Kings at Air Force, I want to say it was like 22.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was the year before they won the Cup. They played in that game, and then they played in the Lake Tahoe game during the COVID season, but that game never actually got finished because the ice conditions were so bad there. They played against the Golden Knights in that one. And then back in, I believe it was 2016, they played the Red Wings at Coors Field as well, which was pretty cool. But Now you get to play it in a football stadium, an awesome setting in Salt Lake City at Rice-Eccles Stadium with the views and stuff like that.
Rice-Eccles.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool.
I mean, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And it's important where it's being held because we've seen some of these games, and we were talking about this briefly during the break. We've seen some of these games be at like Yankee Stadium. And when you're, a hockey rink, it's not conducive to fit in a baseball stadium, which is, massive diamond. It's more conducive to fit in a football stadium. So the viewing experience for the Winter Classic, as opposed to just one of these, outdoor series, it's important because everyone in Rice-Eccles next year, which is going to be right around next year, right?
Yeah, it should be, like you said, January 1st, January 2nd.
Because they just played the Winter Classic.
They just played it was it Saturday night?
Yes.
I believe, no, Friday night. Last Friday night.
Yeah. So it was the Rangers and the Panthers.
Correct.
So this is cool. It's going to be a fun, niche thing.
Yeah, and if you're a fan that wants to go, it's not too far. Right, it's in Utah. That's not a far flight. You can drive if you really want to. What
kind of drive is
it's about
Salt Lake?
It's about 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's doable. Plus, there's ridiculously awesome skiing up there. If that's something you're into, it's a cool little road trip.
I've always wanted to go to Salt Lake anyway. I've never been. I'm not a skier, but I've heard just good things, and I think I'm going to try to go to that.
Whoa!
I think I will try to go to that.
Are you going to try to get a flight, or are you going to try to drive?
That's a great question. I don't know. I just decided I'm going right now, so
I'm not that far yet.
But that sounds like it's got me and Owen written all over it. He'll be 8 years old at that time.
See?
What about a show road trip? That could be fun, right?
A show road
trip to the Winter Classic.
I don't hate that either.
It could be
fun. Make it happen, Drew.
Just the boys.
Just the boys.
I love it when it's just the boys.
New Year's in Salt Lake City. That sounds. That sounds pretty all right.
Dante's booing.
Well,
he does not want to be in Salt Lake. Salt Lake a little dry for New Year's Eve for you, Dante.
I think it might be. I don't know. You saying I've always wanted to go to Salt Lake really stuck out.
It is weird.
That might be the first time I've ever heard those words together.
I've always wanted to check it out.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's just like Colorado, but it has a little bit more.
It's
open. It's like open space.
It's not beautiful in Salt Lake?
No, I mean, I just feel like anything you can get in Colorado or in Salt Lake City, you could do better in Colorado.
Yeah, maybe so.
I will say this: don't all the stores, all the good soda pop stores close at like 10?
They do have some specialized soda stores over there, so you can hit those up with Owen. Actually, that would be a good father-son.
Good little intro. Good little intro for Owen. It's only 3%, bud. We're in Utah. Here you go. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so the Colorado Avalanche will be a part of the Winter Classic against the Utah Mammoth this time next year. That is fun. By the way, and so as cool as these, and I've done this before. I'm going to do it again here right now. As cool as these sporting events are, and even just Ball Arena, going downtown, bringing your boy to a game, bringing your daughter to a game, going as a family, however you get down, do not underestimate or forget about, because sometimes you can just forget, bringing your kids to a high school sporting event. This past Saturday, I brought my son to Eagle Crest against Kent Denver. Boys varsity basketball. Eagle Crest was 8-2. Kent Denver was 7-2. Both teams won their state championship last year down at the Coliseum. And I'm telling you, it was a phenomenal game. Me and my son sat in the first row, right? So this is stuff that you don't get at Ball Arena. You pull right up. You might have to. It was a well-attended game. So we walked maybe, 190 feet, 200 feet.
Yeah, it's simple.
It was $8 for both of us to get in, $4 each, right? They're serving pizza and wings from Dion's, okay? And we're sitting in the first row. And if I told my son, if I put those guys in Nuggets uniforms and I said these guys are, well, he knows the players now, but if I said this was the Bulls and the Magic,
he wouldn't care.
He wouldn't care. He wouldn't know. He wouldn't care. These guys, the one kid from Kent Denver is going to down and play at Air Force next year. It's a very high level of basketball. Had a great experience, and it's just. It's the best. And, something comes up, you can leave whenever you want. There's no big repercussion. You're not paying for parking. You're not paying, $12 for a slice of pizza. I mean, dude, they were selling wings for $4.
That's what I'm saying. And the little kids like Owen, like he's looking at it like, wow, this can be me.
Correct.
Of course, you're looking at the NFL, NBA, and you want to be like them. But at some point, you have to look at what you're going to be and what you're going to be doing here next and look at a guy that's in high school and be like, I could be just like him.
That's right. And I had just a great experience. It's like 2 miles from my house. Had a great conversation with the AD over at Eagle Crest. Shout out Vinny Orlando, I believe his name is. Dante, you got something real quick?
Yeah, was Will Peterson's jersey hanging from the rafters? Is that retired over at Kent Denver?
No, this game was at Eagle Crest, but I'm sure if we were at Kent Denver, there would have been no sign of Will. Okay, shifting gears here just a little bit. We saw something show up in Week 18 for the Broncos that we've been asking from one player. Will we see it again when the season's on the line? That's next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Full of hail start tomorrow quotes, but guess what? SodaWeightLoss.com is full of people who finally said, no, really, today is the day I start in that weight loss journey. The lifestyle that you learn from SodaWeightLoss.com. How to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. Soda delivers fast, easy, convenient weight loss that fits real life. No hunger, no guesswork, and support from a real coach who actually texts you back. That's why they have nearly 9,000 positive Google reviews and thousands of jaw-dropping before and after photos like mine when I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. And right now, it's the perfect gift for two of you. Look and feel 10 years younger for the price of one. 2 people, 1 program, 1 life-changing start to 2026. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results, and the proof is at SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state-of-the-art.
HelloFresh helps you cook fresh, delicious, wholesome meals every weeknight for a healthier you in each bite. This is more than just dinner. It's feel-good made from scratch. HelloFresh, nothing hits like home cooking. Try now at HelloFresh.com.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For almost 50 years, Colorado has trusted the Wilhite Law Firm after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion recovered, we know how to win for our community. Injured? Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. How about a New Year's resolution where the commitment takes just one day and yet the results last a lifetime? Address years of hair loss like I did with Dr. Tanya Pauls and Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment using your own natural hair. Advanced Hair restores your bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning, and they guarantee your new hair will grow for life. Celebrate the new year with a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Hey, Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Hey guys, believe it or not, golf season is just around the corner, and that means the newest gear and the latest tech are starting to drop. It's Stoke here from my friends at Embers Golf. If you want to hit the ground running in 2026, now's the time to get dialed in. Book a custom fitting at Embers Golf and experience the newest equipment built to elevate your game. I know, trust me, I got set up last year, and spots fill up fast. So get in, get fit, and get ready to play your best season yet. Get everyone in the family ready for golf season at Embers Golf in Westminster. Embers Golf, ignite your game.
Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
We saw something show up in Week 18 that we've been asking for. Will we see it again with the season on the line?
Asking for it, Zach. We were begging for it.
Pretty much.
Please, just do it. Come on, Bo.
Yeah, we for a few months were asking Bo Nix, please use your legs. You are a, what do we say, top 10 athlete at the position playing quarterback right now?
He has to be. And honestly, he's not 10. If we have to go top 10, I mean, think about it. And last game against the Chargers, and yeah, they're the backups, but the way he was able to open up, that man, Bo Nix, and how fast he truly is, he was able to show that against the Chargers.
He can fly.
He can fly. So I'm looking at it like, okay, who else is as fast as Bo? Josh, and when he's healthy.
See, well, I was going to say, if those two race right now, Josh Allen is not beating Bo Nix in a race.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Lamar.
Not right now. Not right now.
Lamar.
I think Bo's faster than Lamar right now.
You talking about top line, like just straight line?
Yeah. Like if they lined up and raced each other like in a traditional like Olympic style race.
Yeah, I don't know if he's faster than Lamar, and I don't know if he's faster than Josh. Those boys be moving.
Yeah, but those guys are like almost 30 years old. Bo Nix is in his physical prime.
That's true. And Bo's lower to the ground. He's not 6'4". I don't think Bo. How tall is Bo? 6'1"?
No, he's taller than that. I'll get it officially here in a second. He's
6'2"?
Yeah, he's 6'2". He's 6'2".
6'2". But the man can run. He can run. He's built to run. He has a bigger lower body. He's able to kind of move around, stop on the dime. Ryan Clark blames Bo Nix for tearing Micah Parsons' knee.
Only Ryan Clark.
that's Zach's boo.
Man, that guy triggers me.
So, man, one of the better athletes at quarterback in the league, for sure.
Yeah, I actually want to go through that exercise at some point.
We need to.
So I'll jot it down here on my notes. But yeah, so on Sunday against the Chargers, we saw Bo Nix run for a season-high 49 yards, all right? We've had weeks where it's like 2, 8, 16, 15.
Negative.
10, 11. Yeah, he had a week where it was negative on that Thursday night game against the Raiders. He just has not only not leaned into that skill set, but it felt like this year he purposefully leaned away from it.
See, and he's doing himself a disservice by doing that. And I bring it up, and I'm going to bring it up again with Lamar. And I know you guys are tired of me talking about Lamar, but like this, here's the thing about Lamar. What makes him so elite is his legs. He's so scary when he starts to run. Josh Allen's another one. Scary when he has to run. Trevor Lawrence, all right, when he runs, you have to respect him. But when you take that part of your game away, and you make it easy for a defense to say, we know you're not going to run anymore. We're going to bail back and play 7-on-7. You take that threat away. And so now you're one-dimensional. But now if Bo Nix can continue to unlock this and just say, hey, every once in a while, all right, when there's a lane open and I can pick up 5 to 10 yards and move the chains, let me do that because I want to keep the defense honest. I want to keep the defense guessing. So now that they're going to have to possibly bring a spy in there, and so now you do have opportunities to go one-on-one with Cortland Sutton or Troy Franklin. Like, you're helping the team out. And you're helping yourself out later on in games because now you're a threat. You can run and score a touchdown. You can run and pick up the chains. All right, and that's what this is all about. I don't care about the stats anymore. It's playoff time. Just win, baby. With them legs, Bo. It's going to be a situation where you're going to have to use them. Use them things.
Here is Bo Nix talking about scrambling just a little bit more.
Well, that's how the game unfolded. There was a few scrambles there. None of those really called runs. It was just they got up the field in their rush lanes and covered some guys, and then I just had to take off. And, that's just a part of the game that's important to use if you got it, and adds another element to the defense have to stop.
Just a little bit more from Bro, the thought process on running more himself.
I try to use the same field process regardless. It's sort of however the game flows, however the game sort of approaches me, and sometimes I feel good lanes, sometimes I don't have it that day, and it's harder to feel. But I think some of that is doing it early, and feeling it early. I think today, the third play of the game, we get a pressure, it just happens and you escape and you get there and it sort of gets you involved. It's like hitting a free throw early in a basketball game. You just feel what it feels like. You see the ball go through. I think for me, as that unfold, you do it you do it a little bit early and then it becomes more and more. So it's definitely a feel thing. It's not like I'm going to just get back there and because somebody says you should run a little bit more, not necessarily get back there looking for it, but it's definitely something to feel and be mindful of. And I learned today I got to run a little bit more gassers. I got a little bit out of shape.
So a little joke there at the end, but when he takes off and runs, it is no joke. And when he opens up, and I know you used that phrase a handful of minutes ago, but when he opens up his top line speed, and we're getting some pushback, you really think Bo's faster than Lamar? Man, right now, I think it'd be close.
I don't think so.
No, you think Lamar still?
I still think Lamar, but I'll tell you this, make no mistake. Bo Nix is flying out there. And if you don't know, go and check he had little videos out there in camp.
He
and
did.
Bo Nix was running gassers and he was running sprints.
Yep.
How many quarterbacks out there are running sprints? All right, not a lot of them are because a lot of them are not sprinters. They're not fast, but Bo Nix is fast, and that's something that Sean Payton has brought up when Bo Nix was first there. He did not know Bo was as athletic and as fast as he is. And I want to say that Bo took a little shot at Sean because Sean, if you remember
heard that.
Do you remember? Go ahead.
I do. Well, I don't want to take over here, but Sean has been saying publicly there's more run opportunities for Bo.
Yeah.
And Bo, during that response we just played you, he said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said, you just don't start running because someone tells you to run.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh,
that's spicy right
This
there.
is another chapter of Bo with Sean and some healthy tension and whatever that dynamic is.
He's like, hey, look, I'm not going to just listen to everything that man has to tell me. Now, of course, it's in the back of my head. I do know I need to run, and he knows he has to run more. Hopefully he knows that because it's a weapon for you that you can pick up the first down and score a touchdown, and he has this year scored a touchdown, I want to say, against the Bengals. All right, if you
I think
remember,
it was, yeah.
Against the Bengals, was able to get down the middle, score a touchdown against the Chiefs. All right, the Chiefs' backups were in there and all that good stuff, but Bo Nix was able to score, light a fire up under the offense. He had that primal roar, okay, or maybe sound like a cat, who knows? And he was able to get it going. So, Bo, it's the playoff time now, baby. Just win. Utilize those beautiful legs that God has given you. All right. Also, we don't know what's in store with this run game in general. We don't know what R.J. Harvey is going to look like.
Correct.
He's very inconsistent.
Correct.
All right, Jalil, we want to say, hey, Jalil's the guy that we should start, but we still don't know if he can stay consistent with what he's doing. But I do know this, that if Bo Nix does not run and we have to rely on just Jalil and R.J., it may be a long playoff route, right? It may be a playoff journey where it's like, man, what are we doing in the run game? But Bo Nix can help out by just running a little bit more.
Well, Bo Nix ran for 25 first downs this year. Was referencing Trevor Lawrence earlier in the show, who ran for 40 first downs. The opportunities are there for Bo, and it would not surprise me at all if in the divisional round we see that version of Bo on the ground. And just for this weekend, and I don't know how right he is because he's got that foot injury, but almost every year, every game and every playoff game that someone like Josh Allen plays in, it's an auto bet on the over rushing yards because he reserves it a little bit. He tries his best, but when the playoffs come, it's like, dude, it's kitchen sink stuff. If I have to run 11 times, I'll run 12. So,
and hopefully Sean's saying the exact same thing. Dude, just get the first down. Let's stay on the football field. I want you to time the rhythm, the process. When it's there, yes, you do it. The footwork has to be there, but when it's time to run, let's just pick up that first down and try to get in that end zone.
All right, the Broncos have 4 potential opponents that they can play in the divisional round, and we'll rank them in order on the teams that you'd like to see coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey, Mark Schlereth here. A new year doesn't always call for something new. Sometimes it calls for something better. If your home would be more comfortable with better windows or new siding, Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Right now, save 25% on Infinity replacement windows and 20% off James Hardy siding with 12 months no interest financing. Call them 303-794-0490 to schedule your free in-home visit or visit windowsforyourhome.com and say this is the year your home feels better.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. That's Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Hey, Colorado, when you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, head to Johnson Auto Plaza. Explore their huge selection of new Chevy, Buick, and GMC trucks and SUVs. Find your new truck or SUV at JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com. Stop in and experience the Johnson advantage that so many now know. Johnson Auto Plaza is your truck and SUV headquarters. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Are you worrying about those upcoming credit card bills after the holidays? If you're a homeowner, there's no better time than now to call American Financing and wipe out that debt. Eliminate the stress and set yourself up for a strong 2026. The Fed dropped rates for the 4th time in December, guys. American Financing can help you access that equity in your home at an interest rate in the low 5s. You heard that right, in the low 5s. That's a much lower rate than the average 20% or more credit card rate. American Financing is saving their customers an average of $800 a month. Guys, that's like a $10,000 raise to start the new year. There are no upfront fees and no obligation to see how much you can save. And they are closing some in as fast as 10 days and even delaying 2 mortgage payments. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
A careless driver caused your crash. Medical bills are piling up, and you might not be able to work. Life just got a lot more expensive, and you don't know what to do. At Berg Simpson, your consultation is absolutely free. We'll explain your legal options at no cost to you. Help starts with a phone call to us.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling downhill here on a hump day. As we are now halfway through the show on a hump day, that means we are closer to Friday than Monday. And even with some time off for the holidays, that still feels good. Good conversation about Bo Nix and using his legs. You know, regardless, he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to do that here in the divisional round. And, man, just a few days. I mean, we're barreling into the weekend. I mean, goodness gracious, it's going to be here before you know it. Yeah. And
yeah, I mean, and it's great that the players are getting some time off. It's great that the coaching staff is getting some time off and they get to watch the games, watch and see who they're going to play and kind of get excited. Get excited that, man, they really do have a chance to win it all. They deserve to have that number 1 seed and take advantage of it.
And by the way, you talked about the time off, and I teased into this a couple segments ago, but we got the breaking news that the Avalanche were going to be a part of the Winter Classic. It was just announced moments ago against Utah at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake, where the Utah Utes play their football games. So that's going to be a really cool event. Just maybe 358 days from now, something like that. So it hijacked the segment, but you referenced the time off. I said, hey, these guys are getting a few days off. What are they doing with it? Here was Talanoa Hufanga on This Week.
Honestly, just take care of your body. I think that's first and foremost. You got to go out there and make sure that get all these bruises out the way. And so when we come back, we're fresh. You know, guys, a lot of people want to go on vacation. You know, everybody's, you know, we got all the offseason of vacation. So for us, it's staying in the building, make sure our bodies are taken care of and come back ready to play.
And that was basically the sentiment from Zach Allen. I mean, Benito was asked about his plans for the bye week.
Resting, that's it. I mean, being in the training room and being in bed, that's really all it is. We just all got to go get some rest before this playoff run. So
this goes back to what we talked about in the summer, where I remember emphasizing this 4 or 5 times during training camp when we would come in here and say, guys, there is just a seriousness and a maturity about this group. It wasn't, hey, I'm going to take a couple days and go back to my hometown, or hey, I'm going to go do a quick trip to Cabo.
No, that's a losing mentality. That's what players were doing when I was with the Indianapolis Colts. They were going out of the country on our bye week, knowing that you may not return in time. But they didn't care. They were getting paid a lot of money. We weren't going anywhere, and they just kind of gave up on the season. Not for the Denver Broncos. They know they have a special, unique opportunity, and this is where the leadership comes to play. This is where someone like Dre Greenlaw and Humfanga, who have done it before, they come to play. McGlinchey being one of them, where it's like, hey, let's stay in this. Be where our feet are. And what I've heard in that building from some insightful people is those players are holding their own meetings, that they're getting together, they're watching film, they're kind of dissecting who they think is gonna be the ones that they're playing against, but also going back and reviewing the season, right? You can get a bunch of clips of yourself and what did you look like, the good, the bad, the indifferent. Like, you go through it, and you have someone like Pastor Tan help you out with things. You do go to the field when nobody's looking and work on the small details. But this unit is excited. They get to play more football. And for a lot of these young players, this is uncharted territory where you've never been a part of this. You are tired. You are wore out. You've hit that rookie wall where you have played so much college football. All right, then you got ready for the East-West Shrine and Reese's Bowl. Then you got ready for the Combine. Then you had preseason. Then you have a long-ass season. And then now it's 0-0. You're restarting the season. And now you have to have these vets with you that are able to say, hey, look, hey, this is how you do it. You have to stay in it with us. All right, get your body taken care of. Someone like Garrett Bowles, who's dealing with the ankle. You're in there 24/7 doing what you can so that you're ready to play. So this team is ready to go. Sean Payton obviously is ready to go. And so let's bowl. Let's go.
All right, well, we don't know who the opponent is going to be. We will know very soon, as we are on the doorstep of just an incredible stretch of football, starting tomorrow night with the college football playoff, all right, when Ole Miss goes up against Miami, and then Friday will be Indiana and Oregon, a rematch from earlier in the year with the winner of those two games going to the Natty, and then NFL playoffs starting on Saturday and continuing on Sunday, and then also on Monday.
Man.
I mean, it's going to be really, really fun. So it's going to be a fun weekend of watching ball. But from a Broncos perspective, who would you want to see the Broncos play in order between the Patriots, or excuse me, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Houston Texans, the Buffalo Bills, or the Los Angeles Chargers?
I think that we can all agree, at least I think we can all agree on number one being, let's play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I want to put some respect on them because they're in the playoffs. They have experience. TJ Watt is an animal. Aaron Rodgers is playing good football. Mike Tomlin has been there and won a Super Bowl, so you have to put respect on their name. But they are old. All right, they have an inconsistent offense. Their defense has been shaky at times. Their kicking game has been really shaky at times, and they're going to have to come, if they end up having to play us, they have to come to us. Broncos country, altitude, the insane noise that Aaron Rodgers is going to have to play through with his old ass, with those hearing aids, okay? Like, he can't do it. And so, therefore, give me the Pittsburgh Steelers for number one.
Yeah, I agree. Despite them winning 4 of their last 5, and Rodgers has had a really good season, 24 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. It's a good operation. But I'm with you. I'm not going to give you too much pushback. If I had my pick of the litter, I'd be picking Pittsburgh to come here. There's an element of, I don't believe you. There's an element of that. And I know people around the country are saying the same thing about the Denver Broncos. I got it. But yeah, we agree. It would be Pittsburgh number 2. Who would be Pittsburgh number 1? Who would be your number 2?
Number 2 for me, and I think we're going to have a little bit of disagreement on this. And somebody might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to go with the LA Chargers. And here's why. You got Justin Herbert, who seems like he is not the best version of himself in the playoffs. He's 0-2 in the playoffs. He turns the ball over. He's dealing with the injury still. No matter how tough this man is, you're still dealing with the injury that you just had surgery on. If it hits the wrong way, all right, you're thinking about it throughout that game. You're missing your 2 top 10 tackles that are going to help you so that you don't have to run for your life. The running back is coming back, but do you believe in him as much? Defense is stout, but can they withstand the storm long enough if they get behind? Like, these are things that you have to ask yourself. So LA for me here, I think we can get them.
And so that'd be your number 2.
That's number 2
after
for me.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Who is your number 3 team that you would like to play after Pittsburgh and the Chargers?
Let's go Houston. C.J. Stroud, all right, and I want to put some respect on him, but he's a guy that he needs to do more. Now, he's been there. He knows how it is to be in the playoffs. He has won a playoff game, but he's going to rely on that defense. I think as long as our defense plays the same way that they played them the first time, and I'm not saying knock C.J. Stroud out, but be physical and aggressive with him, he's going to have a couple turnovers. And I'm expecting the offense to get their act together and come up with some points. Give me Houston.
And then Buffalo is the team that you least want to play.
I don't want to play the Bills. I don't want to play Josh Allen, a guy who has done this multiple years, a guy that honestly, out of the 7 quarterbacks, is a game changer, a guy that in the fourth quarter can go down the field and score and you're nervous about with him running in passing, a guy that knows that his daddy, like I said yesterday, Patrick Mahomes is not there and this is his moment. He doesn't have to worry about a Lamar Jackson or a Joe Burrow or anybody else. He's the guy on the mountaintop. And so now this is his time, his moment to show that he can do it. On top of that, they have a run game in James Cook. Respect that man. The leading rusher this year. Explosive. What did they do to us last year, Z? They ran it down our throat. And that's exactly what they're going to try to do again if they have an opportunity. So I want to stay away from the Buffalo Bills if we can.
All right, interesting list. I'm going to think about it over the break and give you my list coming up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Oh, wow. That's the sound of flavor hitting just right. HelloFresh helps you cook fresh, delicious, wholesome meals every weeknight for a healthier you in each bite. From hearty falafel power bowls to juicy one-pan enchiladas, this is more than just dinner. It's feel-good made from scratch. Now hear that? That's what you bring to the table. HelloFresh. Nothing hits like home cooking. Try now at HelloFresh.com.
When it's cold, the last thing you want is your home's heater to quit on you. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you warm and comfortable quickly. Just call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Don't forget, we're
always on time or you don't pay your time. Always on time or you don't pay your time.
independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Women go through many changes in their lives, and we believe each milestone matters.
that every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
This new year, don't just make a resolution, make a transformation with SodaWeightLoss.com. Clients routinely look and feel 10 years younger like I did when I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. And right now, the perfect gift for you both. Look and feel 10 years younger for the price of one. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results, just like me. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
I'm Rob Wilhite. A car accident can change everything in a moment. For almost 50 years, my firm has gone up against insurers and won over $1 billion for our clients. If you were hit, don't wait. Evidence fades, witnesses disappear, and the insurance companies know that. We move fast, you should too. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or go to willhitewins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or willhitewins.com. We're here for Coloradans when it matters most. The Wilhite Law Firm, Colorado Strong. willhitewins.com.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, just having the conversation about who do you want to see? Now, here's the thing. All these teams are good in their own way. This is the NFL playoffs. Most of the league is home on the couch. Most of the league season is over.
They're at Cabo. They like to call it the Cabo. What Chase say? Jamar Chase. They ask him what he's going to do.
Saw that. I'm going to Cabo. That's what everyone tells me. No. He goes, I'm going to Cancun.
Cancun.
He goes, that's what everyone tells me. I'm going anyway, so now I'm actually going.
The first thing a player wants to say when they know you're out of it, hey, man, enjoy Cancun.
Yeah, yes. Or 1, 2, 3 Cancun, like you've heard that for years. So all these teams are good, okay, in their own way. They are. But if you're going to try to pick a more grooved path, one over the other, what would that path look like? And I agree with you. I agree. If you had your pick of the litter between Pittsburgh, Houston, Buffalo, and the Chargers, Pittsburgh's got to be number one. They just have to be, okay? So I agree with you. Pittsburgh is the hope, okay? It's the hope. Second, and I've gone back and forth on this. I really have, okay? And I know I'm going to sound like an idiot to some people. I understand that. But I'm going Buffalo number 2.
Are you? Okay.
I am. Josh Allen is not healthy right now. I watch every snap of him play. He's not healthy. He's got an injured foot.
he cannot turn the corner on guys when he's flushed out of the pocket. I'm watching this guy just take more sacks than I'm used to because he can't extend plays the way that he has traditionally. He's hurt and he's getting older.
Yeah.
Right? He's nearly 30 years old. And who you are at 23 and 24 when we watched him jumping over the head of linebackers and running through people's chest, I don't think he's physically capable of doing that stuff right now. Okay? And I also know that a starting cornerback is down in Hairston, and this cost them in a major way a year ago when Christian Benford couldn't play. One of the two starting corners, and it hurt them badly. They don't have some sort of top target. On offense, the defense. I mean, the rush defense is extremely problematic.
Yeah,
and so I'm putting Buffalo at number 2. I am putting the Houston Texans at number 3. All right, and again. Everyone's going to have their own list. But for me, this is almost more about the issues that the Chargers have historically presented to Denver as opposed to who Houston isn't. I have a lot of respect for Houston. Do I think C.J. Stroud is an equal to Justin Herbert? I don't. I think Herbert's the better player, and I know he has struggled in the postseason. But right here, right now, Herbert just looks like a bad boy.
Yeah.
And C.J. Stroud, 19 touchdowns this year. I know he missed a few games. But I'm going with Houston, number 3, and I'm going with the Chargers as the team that I least want to face. And this is a team that has owned this matchup in recent years. And Jim Harbaugh has a record against Sean Payton that is really unusual to see Sean Payton get so routinely beat by an opposing coach the way that Jim Harbaugh has, going back to his days with the Saints. So,
and let's face it, if the Chargers beat New England here this Saturday, we have to play them.
Correct.
That's exactly who we are going to have to go up against. And somebody like you is like, damn, here we go. And I understand why. The Chargers have owned the Denver Broncos. Harbaugh has been around and has had success just like Sean. All right, Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but I still just can't get it out of my head how the man Justin Herbert looks in the playoffs. And I know it's just been 2 playoff appearances, but man, come on. Justin Herbert last year, I think he ended with 4 or 5 interceptions, and we're like, hey, this is their year. He goes up against C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. Now, they were on the road, and he did not look good. He was throwing the ball away like, hey, you get a ball. You get a ball. I'm Oprah Winfrey in here.
Didn't he have as many interceptions in that game as he had all season?
I want to say 4.
Yeah, it was 4.
It was 4 interceptions in the postseason. And so what does that look like knowing that everything is on the table here with our fan base and with this team? You get the home field advantage. You're going to throw the kitchen sink. You're going to be very creative with the scheme. You know, I'm hoping Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper are well-rested. Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, everybody is well-rested, you know, and they're going to get after Justin Herbert, who's without his 2 starting tackles.
Yeah, and I can't believe they have played as well as they have without those 2 starting tackles.
I'm with you on that.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Well coached.
They really are. They really are. And then, you know, a part of what's in my head is, and maybe it's tainted and it's recency bias, and that is very possible that's happening. But when I saw them come to Denver this past weekend and the guys that they didn't have, and they were still as competitive and physical with a crazy edge, I just, that matchup is just concerning. So that's the order that I have it. And on the RamosLaw.com text line, someone says, hey, you know, all these teams, like I just have my own issues with trust in our own team.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know what percentage of Broncos country is admitting that, but there's got to be, you know,
some trust issues,
a twinge of that, especially with the offense, right? I mean, there's got to be an element of that.
Well, tell me, all right, like if you're out there, explain to me why you have so much confidence in their offense. Like, what has R.J. Harvey done on a daily basis? The consistency that you're like, hey, in the playoffs, he's gonna do his thing. We could have said that about J.K. Dobbins because it didn't matter. Every single game looked the same. That man was making plays. All right, when it comes to Bo Nix and making the passes, there's been times where Bo Nix has looked flawless. And there's been other times where I'm scratching my head saying, Bo, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Specifically, let's just say the Jacksonville Jaguars game where you're throwing it right to the defender there when you can march down the field and kind of get this game closer than it was. So like there's still some questioning. Like if we get down in that game, we've been the comeback kids.
Right.
But do we have the explosiveness to do it? Do we have the receivers that can make that big time play, a 50-yard bomb that changes the game? Like that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Do we have enough offensively to do it and defensively? Right? We've been praised, but can you stop that run?
Yeah.
That's the question I want to know about this defense. Can you stop the run when it matters the most?
And we know the defense has taken a step back here in the back half of the season, specifically post-bye. Now, has it been terrible? No, but it just hasn't been that same looking dominant number one defense. I mean, you have these, and I think I even heard you say it earlier in the show, like Houston is now being associated with the league's top defense. Yes. And that's not just you. I mean, I hear that said over and over and over. And so, look, there's still a lot to prove. Broncos had an incredible season, still a lot to prove because now the new marathon starts, or what we hope is a marathon.
And you know what, Zach? And you've said this best, and you've brought this up all the time. The Denver Broncos and the damn penalties.
Yep.
Does that come back and bite us in the butt in the playoffs, where we're the most penalized team in the league? That will get you beat if you have a bunch of penalties in a playoff game. Every snap matters now.
All right. The Nuggets pulled off a historic upset 48 hours ago. What are we in store for in the follow-up act tonight in Boston? Also, update on Nikola Jokic. We'll pass that along. Also, where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture? We'll rank them, and we'll do all of that coming up because we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
We'll get back into Broncos here in just about 13 minutes. And we're going to rank in order the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture.
Who's at the top?
And who's at the bottom?
Who's at the bottom?
Someone has to be at the bottom. Although all these guys are good. These guys are playoff quarterbacks. But someone's going to have to be at the bottom. We'll find out who it is. Kind of talk it out. The Nuggets had a historic win 2 nights ago. I mean, just like a legendary upset win when they were missing their top 7 guys.
Hopefully they celebrated. Popped a couple bottles.
Oh, they did. They did. Adelman, after the game, called it one of the great NBA wins that he's ever been a part of. And
wow.
And he goes, I've been doing this for a long time, and he has. I mean, he has been in the league forever. Talking about David Adelman. And that one was just special. It was just special.
Well,
if you watched
brought that
it,
up, Zach.
Yeah.
You brought it up. And some people turned you down from it or clowned on you for you putting it out there to the universe.
Yeah. It was our morning show was poking fun at me for calling it like one of the all-time wins, or one of the all-time upsets, rather. And, I don't know what they're missing. I mean, the Sixers were minus 900 on the money line. But if you needed more evidence, I was listening to the most popular basketball podcast in the world today, and this is what I heard.
Where we talked about the Sixers, all for Monday's podcast. Maybe they've turned the corner. They get the Nuggets missing 7 of their top 8 players?
I would at least their top 7 players.
Okay.
At least.
on the second night of a back-to-back on the 7th game of a road trip.
Nuggets flat out punted the game.
Yes.
Sat everybody.
And they won.
And lost.
I mean, I got to say, it may not be the biggest regular season upset of the last few years, but it's in the running.
It's in the running.
There you go.
So it was legendary. What does a follow-up act look like in Boston? Now, we have found out recently that Aaron Gordon looks like he's going to play.
Yep.
Christian Brown looks like he's
probable.
He's probable.
They're still probable.
Yep.
I guess. I mean, he played against Brooklyn. Why would he not? Unless he had a setback, why would he not play tonight?
Exactly. So, and he was questionable this morning, probable this afternoon, so trending to play. And so, clearly over the weekend, David Adelman said, okay, we're getting CB and Aaron Gordon back. What's the more likelier win, Brooklyn or Philly? And they picked Brooklyn, and that was on paper the right choice. And they ended up losing to a bad Nets team, and then they sit everyone, and the team goes and beats Philly when Philly had about $400 million of value contracts on the court. And
that's still insane, man. Like I love that game. I love watching. I mean, of course, it went to overtime. All right, what was the text you're saying? What's the title now? I was saying the 7, but
yeah, because there was another legendary win, a legendary upset years ago. I think it was 2020 season where the Nuggets had 7 available players and went into Utah. This is when the Jazz had Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, and they were just a tip-top operation. And the Nuggets won with 7 players. And I forget the spread on the game. I don't think it was as big as this one, quite honestly, because Jokic played, Jamal played. So this was a bigger upset, I believe. But that's just like a legendary, like in Nuggets lore, and it's called like the 7.
Yeah.
Like, the 7 guys that night. And there's a legendary picture of them flying back private. It's a small little plane. They didn't need a big one.
Nope.
And it's just the 7 players. It's like Vlatko, Chanchar, and Jamal and those guys. Maybe Monty Morris, I forget, but it's just like in Nuggets culture, it's like that was a big deal, and that game's called the 7. And since they were missing 7 guys, I've seen this game called -7.
The -7. But they went out there and they handled business, and it was fun. It's something that we're going to talk about for a long time. But now it becomes real. You're having some guys come back. You're playing Boston, who's on a heater right now, and they're turning things around. And people said that they were going to be down and out, and they said not so fast.
Right.
We still have a team. We still have some ball players. Let's go out there and shock the world. What does it look like for the Denver Nuggets tonight, Zach?
It's a good question. And just real quick on Boston, because you're spot on, because they lost their best player, what we thought, and we still don't know how this is going to age, but Jason Tatum had a devastating injury, late last season. And the thought was he's going to miss the entire season. And because of that, the Celtics are going to make some financial shaving decisions, and it's going to be looked at like a punt year. Like you're just punting on the season, and you'll get right in the next season when Tatum's back, you'll reorganize the deck. But that hasn't been the case. Jaylen Brown has been phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal here this year. One of the better players, one of the best players in the NBA, point blank period, all NBA caliber season, flirting with one if not. Payton Pritchard, I mean, what a story this guy's been. Derek White, we know about his story. Anthony Simons, who is has been a Nuggets killer in the past, coming off a game where he came off the bench and scored 27 points. Luke Garza, no one, I don't say no one, but not a lot of people saw him being as productive as he's been. So they've been like a ragtag group that has just played hard as they can. They're well coached by Joe Mazzulla, and you look up and they're 11 games over 500.
And they're playing at home tonight. They're playing at home.
Where they're 11-5.
11-5. And guess what? They watched that game. They heard about the game that just happened, the embarrassment that just happened with the 76ers. And they're like, hey, we're not going to be the next ones. But also, they're aware that, hey, Aaron Gordon could play. Christian Brown, Jamal Murray, my guessing is going to be out there. Tim Hardaway Jr., like this is not the so-called Rudy Poots. Like this team, like these players are playing and they can win this game. And it comes back to what we talked about, like they're trying to stay afloat until Jokic can come back. And I had 10 wins, and I think that you were on the line of 10 or 8 as well.
I think so. It was 18 games in January, and I think I had them below 500. I had them, what did I have? I think I
thought you came to your senses and said, hey, maybe we'll go 10.
I think
see how it is.
No, I think I said 7-11.
7-11.
I want to say
7-11.
Yeah.
7-11.
7-11 is what I said I would take. I would sign up for because I was so deeply concerned.
Yeah.
And that, we'll see. We'll see because it was a rough stretch before that win.
For sure.
The other
like,
day.
They could still try to get to the 7, or maybe they could try to get to the 10.
Well, here's the
but
thing.
They're going to have to find a way to win some games they're not supposed to, like they did against the Sixers.
Yeah, totally. I'll pull up the spread here. It was 9.5 this morning. Okay, and I'll pull it up here what it is right now. And I also want to share an update that we got on Nikola Jokic from Shams Charania. It is currently, oh wow, it moved the other way. It went from 9.5 to the Celtics now being a 10.5 point favorite, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, what's
considering the guys that were questionable are now probable, and since that happened, the odds makers are now giving the Nuggets even more points. That always makes me sort of plug my nose. Like there's something stinky about this line that's going on here, and I'm not quite sure. But in terms of the Jokic update, ESPN Shams Charania said Nikola Jokic is rehabbing around the clock, and it's really been every few hours. He's been weightlifting, getting cardio in on the bike, and it looks like he is doing shooting drills. He's starting to do.
He's on the court.
Yeah, he is back on the court doing some shooting drills. So
you must have your doctorate degrees, Zach, because you said you were like, well, it's not that bad. I wasn't holding my breath that long because I didn't think it was as serious as somebody like me. I was like, hey, man, this could be it. Season ending. What's going on?
Well, you weren't the only one. I mean, there was a panic, and Jokic is almost never hurt. All right, so it was an unusual sight, but what I said at the time, and I tweeted that evening that it happened. I think he's going to be fine. He wasn't moving. He was stationary. He was completely stationary, and you see these hyperextensions that turn into ACLs when someone's like full blown on the move. He wasn't on the move at all. And there was no wiggle to the left or to the right. It literally went straight back, but it went straight back. It's like if you were to say like a grade 1 hyperextension, like that's what it was. And I'm not saying it didn't hurt. It did. I'm not saying was nothing wrong. Of course, he's clearly going to miss a couple weeks, but in terms of like structural damage.
You sound like the team doctor right now.
I don't know, man.
Look, I told him I'm not saying it doesn't hurt, but you're going to be just fine.
I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. And so I saw what I saw, and I said what I said, and I said, I hope I'm right, and I think I'm going to be right because he's already back on the court shooting. And I told you that next afternoon that it happened. I said, I don't think he's going to miss longer than 4 weeks at all. And it doesn't look like he's going to miss longer than 4 weeks. It wouldn't shock me if he's back before the 4-week timestamp.
And that's great news. It's great news for all of us. And now for those players, it seems like they are getting healthy. CB, I'm expecting to be out there today. Aaron AG, he's got the go-ahead for sure. Tim Hardaway Jr. will be back out there. Jamal Murray, who's been playing at an all-star level, he's going to be back out there. So it seems like we are getting healthy at the right time. Cam Johnson's another one. I don't know if he was if he's going to miss some time.
He's still going to be down for a bit.
But if we can get everybody back and we can make a run, and let's just say we can get them together for at least a month, where you have the full team, right? The starting five, and then the core players coming off the bench, and let them get back in some rhythm. Then we're back in action. So I'm excited to see that hopefully Jokic doesn't miss that much time.
Hopefully not. And if he doesn't, now I'm going to bring something up right now that's secondary.
Uh-oh.
Okay? And if not secondary, tertiary, which is like secondary's in the front seat, not driving, but tertiary's like in the back seat.
First time I've ever heard it was when you said it.
Well, Dante taught me because I said, it was like 6 months ago. I'm like, it's not even secondary. I'm like, what's after secondary? And I didn't even know if anything was.
Tertiary.
And he was like, I think it's tertiary. And we looked it up, and sure enough, I learned something new that day. So this may be tertiary.
All right.
But if he had missed all 18 games in the month of January, it would have, for all intents and purposes, derailed completely an MVP conversation. But if he comes back
just a tick before that, because the NBA, I don't know if it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, they put a new rule in that you have got to play in 65 games to qualify for awards or All-NBA in an effort to combat load management, okay? And I think it was smart. I still think there should be exceptions for someone like Jokic, who has played in 69 games or more.
We can't move the goalposts.
All right.
We can't move
All right.
Other than Jokic, because we know he's serious.
Well, the guy has never load managed in his life, so if the rule doesn't apply for him, the commissioner should make an exception this one time. Just please, one time. I have a ticket. But so I want to bring this up because Jokic was having the best season he's ever had. Last year was also the best season he's ever had. All right? And he just continues to raise the bar.
Yeah.
And then the whole NBA world watched as a depleted Nuggets team was dragged to a 7th game against Oklahoma City by Nikola Jokic. And then he comes back and he's playing even better than before in ways that we have never seen. And what's been going on lately with Oklahoma City?
Been losing.
They're struggling in a way that we did not forecast. In their last 10 games, OKC is 5-5. And guess who is not getting his points as effortlessly and is struggling a bit in a way that we haven't seen? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA.
And so I think that if Jokic was healthy and continued to do what he was doing, I think he'd be the favorite right now to win it.
Well, let's be real with SGA. Like he's not getting to the line like he was earlier. Now, of course, that can change, and like he's a master of doing it, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. He's struggling a little bit, like you said. But Jokic, when he comes back, you know how Jokic is. It's not like Jokic needs a bunch of athletic ability to do his part. He's going to stay on the ground, be very smart, and he's going to find a way to get back in this race as long as he can get there on time. And I think, all right, as much as he does not care, it's in the back of his head. He's having the best year of his life, which is crazy to say.
Crazy.
You don't think he wants that MVP? He still does. He's a human being.
I think he still does, too. And this idea that he doesn't care, turns out he's got a big old trophy case in his house.
Dusts it off every day.
So, yeah. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tonight against Boston. This is KKFN. And KKFN, HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Woo! Final hour here on a hump day. When we come into work tomorrow, we'll be just a couple hours away of the college football playoff.
Glorious.
Between Ole Miss and the Miami Hurricanes. Think about that. Either Miami or Ole Miss is going to be playing in the national championship. Are you kidding me?
Well, this is why you watch the games. This is why you love college football. This is why you love the brackets. This is what it's all about now. It doesn't matter about who the logos and what it stands for. It's like who is good on that day, the one-off games.
Yeah, and someone's going to win for the first time either ever or decades. And any combination of the college football playoff, regardless how it falls, has an incredible storyline. Any one of them. If it's Indiana, if it's Dan Lanning in Oregon, redeeming themselves from the loss earlier in the season. If it's Ole Miss, I think they won a championship in like the 30s. Indiana has never won a championship. Oregon has never won a championship. So it's going to get real fun starting tomorrow, and we'll preview those games in wholesale fashion. But we got Bronco fish to fry here.
This is what it's all about.
A chance at a Super Bowl. All due respect to the college game, and we love the college game. Yeah. And a huge chunk of our country is going to watch the college national championship. It'll only be the pinky toe of what the Super Bowl is.
Yeah, it's an appetizer, right? You get to watch something before the granddaddy of it all, and we're not talking about the Rose Bowl. Granddaddy of it all, the NFL, is in action with the playoffs.
And so the Broncos have to win 2 games to get there, all right? And when you look at, just the importance of the quarterback, it's such a big deal, okay? It's not everything. There's 22 starters and 50 guys play on a game day. But it's a pretty big deal. And we looked at the field of AFC quarterbacks, okay? And I'll give them to you by seed, okay? Bo Nix, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, C.J. Stroud, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert.
Ooh, a bunch of puppies. And two, you got to take Josh and Aaron Rodgers out of it because they've been there before. But a bunch of puppies. This is fun.
It's a blast. It's wide open. Who is the number one? Because I want to rank these guys. Who is the number one quarterback in the AFC, Mr. Phillip Lindsay?
The number one quarterback in the AFC in the playoffs as of right now, no doubt, Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think that's mostly a no-brainer.
Put some respect on Josh Allen and what he is doing, what he has done in the past. He's a game changer. I can go down the list of the other 6 quarterbacks in the AFC, and none of them are game changers like Josh Allen. In the fourth quarter, when it matters the most, because he has done it, especially in the playoffs. He was 13 seconds away from getting into the Super Bowl himself before Patrick Mahomes decided to say, hey, no, you're not ready for it yet. You're just not there. You're not the golden child just yet.
Well, he had some assistance with the Bills' special teams and decision-making.
You will have your time to talk.
Thanks, Leslie. Thanks, Leslie Frazier.
So Josh Allen's like hands down. That's why I'm nervous. Like when we had our little list of like, who do you not want to play?
Yeah.
I don't want to play the Buffalo Bills. I don't want to play Josh Allen, a guy who has been there and can do it, a game changer. Oh, and he has a run game. James Cook. And what did the Buffalo Bills do to the Denver Broncos last year? They ran it down our throat. So kind of like, let's stay away from him if we can do that. So Josh Allen, number one for me, man.
All right, I'm going to agree. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I mean, he was 1 touchdown away this year from accounting for 40 touchdowns in 6 straight years. No other quarterback has done that more than twice. He was 1 touchdown away. He finished with 39 from doing it for a 6th straight year. And everything about Josh Allen goes up in the playoffs. Everything. Completion percentage, touchdown interception ratio, quarterback rating, QBR. He just becomes the best version of himself. I don't think he's 100% healthy, but he has earned the benefit of the doubt. No question about it. He's number one. Who is your number 2?
So this one right here is going to be a little different, man. And I'm going with a guy that nobody is counting on. Nobody thinks is going to do it because he's old. He's old. He has some hearing aids, and his best days are behind him. But the man I'm going with is Aaron Rodgers for multiple reasons. All right, the reason why I'm still having Aaron Rodgers as number 2 is he has done it before. All right, his record in the playoff is 11-10. He has been to a Super Bowl. He is playing good football. Over 3,000 yards passing, only 7 interceptions and 24 touchdowns.
That's very impressive. Better than a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio.
And the thing about Aaron Rodgers is he's very smart. He's going to play from the neck up. He's gonna understand that, hey, I'm not athletic anymore, but let me get the ball out of my hands. And one thing Aaron Rodgers is doing a great job of is getting the ball to his running backs. The one thing that we struggle with is playing man with our linebackers. All right, so if our pass rush can't get to Aaron Rodgers because he's getting the ball out of his hands fast enough, and we're one-on-one with our linebackers who don't cover the greatest, all right, that's a mismatch, and Aaron Rodgers understands that, and he's going to play smart football, and he's going to try not to turn the ball over, which he's been able to not do this season. It's like he's been able to keep the ball in his hands and lean on the defense. So Aaron Rodgers to me is definitely number 2, Zach, and I have to throw a little respect on the old man's name.
Man, he has played so much better this year than I could have anticipated. I honestly thought he was done. I thought he was completely done. That's a good one. I went back and forth on this. I'm actually going to go with Trevor Lawrence as my number 2. Now, Trevor Lawrence still has a lot to prove in the NFL playoffs, and in a handful of these picks, okay, because traditionally, and you know this working with me the last few years, traditionally, I do not like making decisions based on gut feel. I just feel it in my bones, bro. This is my opinion. Like, no, I like drawing from substance.
Yeah, so what has gotten into you?
But in this specific exercise, I have to meet the current moment and just sort of go with my gut based on what I've seen this year and not maybe what I saw 2 or 3 years ago or 5 years ago. Right now, Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football of his career. 4,000-yard passer, check. 29 touchdowns compared to 12 interceptions. Yep, has run on the ground for 40 first downs this season and over 350 yards on the ground. And it's not just about, oh, and by the way, 9 touchdown runs. So you add up his runs, touchdown runs and his touchdown passes, you're looking at 38 touchdowns. So
He's playing phenomenal, and also it's just their entire operation right now. His connectivity with Liam Cohen, who they've been since the Jacoby Myers trade, what he has done with Brenton Strange, the tight end. I mean, it's a really high-functioning operation right now. So I'm going with Trevor Lawrence as my number 2.
Number 2? Okay, I'm going Trevor Lawrence number 3 for me. All right, Aaron Rodgers number 2. He's been there, done that. Put some respect on that old man's name. Number 3, Trevor Lawrence. And you said it best. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on it, but Trevor Lawrence is in his bag. He's confident. He's playing smart. He's taking care of the football. He is utilizing those legs, something that Bo Nix needs to do more of, and we saw that last Sunday where Bo Nix was able to run for 49 yards. Trevor Lawrence knows that if they're going to win games, it's going to be because of him. Now, they do have a stout defense that turns the ball over, and so for Trevor Lawrence, it's like, okay, the defense is going to get a turnover. We're going to get a short yard, or we're going to have a short field, and I got to take advantage of it. And that's exactly what he's doing. And this team is averaging over 30 points a game. Why? Because of your quarterback. Because he's able to air it out. Because he's able to get everybody involved. Trevor Lawrence is having a phenomenal year, and I have him at number 3.
Yep. So I have him at 2. You have him at 3, and we just got a front row seat for it.
Yeah.
Here in late December when he threw for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and also ran a touchdown in. So a 4-touchdown day. For my number 3, I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers, again, for the same reasons that you just said. Not going to spend a ton of time on this because you just did. You have him as your number 2. I have him as my number 3. And I'm not going to lie, man, I'm surprising myself that I have him at number 3 after only Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. Because of what I said, I just so impressed with him getting every last drop of his talents out of this career, even into his 40s. But yeah, you have a better than 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. I don't think there's anyone not named Drake May that has that next to their name this year. So yeah, I'll go with Aaron Rodgers as my 3rd AFC quarterback.
Oh, smart man. Number 4 for me. And I don't know if a lot of people are going to agree with me, but I'm going with CJ Stroud. Put some respect on that young man's name because all he has done since he's got to the league is got to the playoffs. Now, somebody might be out there saying, well, it's because of the defense. Yeah, that's for a lot of these teams. We could say the exact same thing for the Denver Broncos. You have to have a defense, and you know how I am, Zach. Defense wins championships. With CJ Stroud, all right, he's calm in the pocket. All right, he's going to be able to make the plays. He's getting healthier. Remember, we knocked him out of the game, so it took him some time with that concussion to come back.
Right.
All right, he's able to make any throw. He can utilize his legs. He has the confidence. The defense is there for you so that you can make a couple more dangerous throws, if you want to call it, or go out there and take that risk. And for CJ Stroud, you have to still respect what he has done. He's 1-1 in the playoffs, and I have him at number 4.
That's a little too rich for me. For CJ Stroud, a little too rich for me, but that's just your list.
Hey, look, buy stock.
It's your list. It's your list. That defense is ferocious. My 4th quarterback.
I got him for a deal, by the way, so it wasn't that pricey.
All right. Well, I have Allen number 1, Trevor Lawrence number 2, Aaron Rodgers number 3, and I'm going to go with, and this is one of these I don't have historical evidence to tell you why this is my pick in terms of playoff evidence.
Yeah.
In terms of playoff evidence. I'm going with Justin Herbert. The guy is just fantastic. All right. 26 touchdowns, 13 picks, 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, completing over 66% of his passes. He is a great athlete on the ground. He ran for 500 yards this year, couple scores, 34 times he ran for a first down. So about twice a Sunday, he's extending a series with his legs. He has fallen short in the postseason. I understand that. But this is why I had that little disclaimer at the top. I'm just going what my eyes are telling me right now. He's been great. He is tougher than a $2 steak coming back after a hand surgery 1 week later.
He might be a $1 steak.
Smashing. You're right. Like that McDonald's steak, egg, and cheese. Like, there's no way that thing costs $1. But
the thing that looks like that 2 months later.
Yes, literally.
Out in the sun.
Literally. No change to it. But yeah, Herbert's he's fantastic. And yeah, he's got some ways to go with earning playoff trust, but for right here, right now, he's my 4th AFC quarterback after only Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers.
You know, Zach, shame on you. All right, Justin Herbert, phenomenal quarterback, one of the best in the league. But we're talking about the postseason. I know you put that in there with the built-in and with your gut, and maybe you need to get your gut checked. All right, you might be dealing with some, with it, probiotics?
Need more probiotics,
Go get some, they help you out. It's a little runny over there.
Gut health.
For me, okay, and hey, look, I'm not gonna. What do you like to say? I'm not gonna tell a fan how to fan. I'm not gonna tell you how to make your list. Your list is wrong right there, but it's your list.
I mean, you have C.J. Stroud as your third quarterback. I mean, goodness gracious, keep going.
Put some respect on him, man.
Keep going.
Number 5, right? We're at number 5 now. Now this one right here, you may not agree with. Broncos country, you may or you may not agree with this either, but this is the Bo show. This one right here at number 5 is Bo freaking Nix and what he does that some of these other quarterbacks cannot do, and that's win games. Zach, we talk about all the time the tangibles, the intangibles. The man has it all, and the confidence there. But not only does he have the confidence, he goes out there and shows us, comes back in the fourth quarter, finds ways because he has ice in his veins to win the game, whether it's with his feet or with his legs or even with his mind because he's had some smart plays. For example, against the Kansas City Chiefs, he could have easily tried to run, but no, he directed R.J. Harvey to kind of move slightly to the left and then dipped it and zipped it right in there for the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown. Bo Nix, yes, he has been to the playoffs. He has a little bit of experience, but he has the same amount of wins as Justin Herbert, none. So they're kind of even in that. Bo Nix, he takes care of the football for the most part. He's going to make sure that he utilizes everybody around him. He gets everybody involved. That's Bo Nix for you. And there's one thing you can't coach, all right, and that's a heart of a man. And that man has so much heart, and everybody would run through a wall for Bo Nix because he has that much belief in that building. He believes in his teammates, and his teammates believe in him, and that's why he can do no wrong. That's exactly what Coach Vance Joseph said that his defensive players say about Bo Nix. Why? Because he shows it every single day. He is very consistent. And the name of the game is winning games, and Bo wins games.
Consistent in terms of like his
14-3.
What?
Win games.
Hold on a second. Obviously, we all love Bo, and I agree with so much of what you said.
Oh no, man! It took you a long time to get on that franchise train.
But he also has 0 playoff wins.
Yeah. So why should Justin Herbert be in front of him?
No.
Playoffs?
No. I thought you were saying that about Drake May. I'm sorry. So that was about Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Drake May. Believe me, I can fast forward where I have Drake.
No. Hold on. So,
I don't have no respect for Drake right now.
Wait, you don't have respect for Drake May?
No. I have no respect for what Drake May is doing.
Wait, you hold on.
Like I respect him as a player, and of course, but like right in my list. You
have no respect for the guy who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, because it's the playoffs. Tell me what he has done to earn respect in the playoffs, just like Justin Herbert. That's why I have Bo Nix.
Well, he hasn't played in a playoff game yet.
That's why I have Bo Nix at number 5, and Justin Herbert's not on the list yet.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, Phil, Drake May's pretty good.
Yeah, so is Bo.
31 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. He's going to win the MVP. He won as many games this year as Bo.
Yeah, for sure.
But you don't have respect for him?
No.
Come on, Phil. You don't mean that.
You want to know why?
You don't mean that.
All right, let's get into it. I got the stat right here, Zach.
Hold on. You don't mean that you don't have any respect for him.
I think that, don't get me wrong, Drake May is a hell of a quarterback.
Okay.
He's probably going to win the MVP. But I'm talking about on my list.
Okay.
Do I think that Drake May is winning a Super Bowl? I don't think Drake May is winning a Super Bowl. Matter of fact,
he's not there yet. No.
I think that the Chargers are going to probably beat them.
And the Chargers will be here for the divisional round.
Exactly. So
I don't think that's crazy.
And so for me, I have a little stat when it comes to Drake May, and this is why I'm like, hey, I gotta keep him off the list. It's been a great year. It's been a fantastic year for Drake May in the New England Patriots. But when it comes to knowing who your quarterback is when it matters the most, you don't know enough about Drake May. Drake May, all right, 0 fourth quarter comebacks. That's something that the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix are accustomed to.
Yeah,
tight games,
they've
comebacks,
mastered it.
You know, the Giants game being the biggest one.
11-2 in one-score games, NFL record.
Drake May's unfamiliar with that. We don't know how he's going to react when he has to come back in the fourth quarter. And matter of fact, Drake May is 0-13. He has an 0-13 record when trailing entering the fourth quarter.
In his career.
So what that's telling you is once the fourth quarter hits and they're not winning that game, can Drake May do it?
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not Drake May's agent. Okay, I think he's pretty good.
You should be.
He was a rookie in an inept operation last year that went 4-13.
That's their problem, not mine.
So I think that's part of it. And then another element that just deserves to be mentioned, that he may not have a lot of fourth quarter comebacks specifically this year because they've been stomping people's ass.
Yeah, but also like their division. We talked about that. You even brought it up with their division.
And by the way, that stat's not right.
It's not
the comebacks because he's got the comeback against the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football.
I don't believe that was a comeback.
It was a comeback
In the fourth quarter?
You're reading that AI overview. You're reading that AI overview.
So he has one?
Yeah, I think he definitely has one this year.
Yeah,
I'm
the text
talking about
line
this year.
pointed that out. Yeah, they were losing 17-13 and 24-13 all in the fourth quarter.
Okay,
All right, so he has one.
Okay, so we
Okay, so one. How many does Bo have?
He's got a lot.
AI that.
He's got-
all right, AI that. AI that one. Text line. Who you go with? Don't we always go with the experience?
All right, so recap your list up until this point with
All
Bo.
right, so I got Josh Allen.
And by the way, if you're just joining us, we're power ranking the quarterbacks in the AFC playoffs.
Look at you, man. The Baltimore Ravens. Come on, man. Josh Allen.
I just want to be factual.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm mad at the Ravens for letting them do that. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, number 5, Bo Nix.
Okay. I have right now Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert for my 5th pick. All right, and I'm choosing between Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud, and Drake May. I'm going to go with Drake May. Okay, I'm going to go with Drake May. I know you don't have any respect for him.
This is gonna be his first year.
Which I know, of course, I know you do. And he got drafted into, wow, you talk about a bad situation a year ago. Goodness gracious. And then Vrabel steps in the frame, and Drake May wins the MVP. I mean, is he the betting favorite right now? Drake Stafford
I think Stafford retook it, which is crazy. Side note, why does throwing for 4 touchdowns against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 18 win you the MVP?
They're an NFL team.
I mean, I get that, but that's the reason that he's going to come back and win the MVP.
I think that when you see that, like, you're looking for a reason to give it to him, and he gave him that reason. You know what I mean? I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
And Stafford's great. I mean,
no, and he's having a great year and everything. But at one point it was neck and neck, and then Stafford has that performance. Everyone's like, oh, well, that's it. He sealed up the MVP. I just don't know if that's what we should be basing it off of.
Well, who knows? Drake may end up still winning it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But 31 touchdowns to 8 interceptions and throwing for 4,400 yards is really, like, eye-popping. Completing 72% of his passes? 72? Does that lead the NFL? It might. I don't know who's higher than that. I'll get the answer in 7 seconds. But 72% is... Like,
yeah,
that's the definition. Yeah, it did lead the league this year. 72% completion, number 1 for Drake May. Yeah, I just think he's fantastic. Has he had a bit of a cupcake schedule? He has, but he has made the most of it. He's got the same record as Bo and the Broncos, but his stats are way crazier in the MVP conversation. Both guys have yet to win a playoff game.
Yep.
I'll go with Drake May, someone I have respect for, at number 5.
Oh, look at you. I'll go with Drake May. 1 fourth quarter comeback.
Who's your 6th?
Justin
Or,
Herbert.
excuse me, maybe your 7th now.
No, it's a 6.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
6,
okay,
but it's
okay.
Justin Herbert. And the reason for that is because he becomes a shell of himself in the playoffs. Now, like I said, I have respect for Justin Herbert and what he has done, and he is tough. And he needs to break through. That's something he has to do. It's just not going to be this year. Justin Herbert's going to beat the New England Patriots because he's playing against Drake May.
See,
and then all of a sudden, it's going to have to come to an end.
It's the Respect Bowl. Sunday Night Football.
It's the Respect Bowl.
Phil's Respect Bowl.
So Justin, I'm looking at playoff games with Justin Herbert and what he looks like, and it's not like, oh, you can't just blame people around Justin Herbert like Zach likes to blame the Buffalo Bills whole unit, the staff, the general manager, the owner, except for Josh in the playoffs.
It's the ultimate team game, and one guy's the best version of himself, and the rest is history.
That hasn't been the case with Justin Herbert. All right, last year with
No,
Harbaugh
I
being
agree.
that,
I agree.
and Justin Herbert threw 4 interceptions against the Houston Texans.
Matching his season total in 1 game.
So I have him at 6.
Okay. My 6th quarterback out of the 7 in the AFC is Bo Nix. For a lot of the reasons that you stated when you had him at 1 or 2, I forget where you had him there. But no, Bo has been. I think you called him consistent. I think he's consistently competitive. He hasn't been consistent for me. It's been an up and down offense.
Yeah.
You look at the advanced metrics, really frown on his season. Is it safe to say that he had Now that the regular season is in the books, sophomore slump or no? Because I think it's kind of right on the border there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a sophomore slump because he found ways to like win. He found ways to like get out of that slump and had a couple really good games. It was close, borderline.
It felt that way for a while there, and he did start.
But he opened it up a little bit. So I'm not gonna say a sophomore slump. And as much as we sit here and say they're 14-3,
right?
14-3, just like for Drake May, 14-3.
Yeah, I would not label it a sophomore slump either. It felt like it was trending that way earlier in the year, but it definitely did get better. So I'll have Bo as my sixth quarterback in the AFC, and that only leaves one more. It's C.J. Stroud is my final one, and With Stroud, when I watch him play, I very rarely walk away impressed. And, we do these exercises. Are they winning with you or are they winning because of you? And I think that more oftentimes than not, like a lot of the wins are actually, because of Bo and some of the comebacks, and you kind of went through it and he becomes the best version of himself in these high leverage moments. I don't remember watching a Texans game and saying, man, they won that game because of C.J. Stroud. I think they have arguably the league's best defense.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm with you on it.
So, in summary, here's my list of the 7 AFC quarterbacks in the playoffs. Josh Allen, number 1. Trevor Lawrence, number 2. I can't believe I have Aaron Rodgers, number 3, but I do. Justin Herbert, number 4. Drake May at number 5. Bo Nix, number 6, and C.J. Stroud at number 7.
I'm going to go with Josh Allen, number 1, Aaron Rodgers, number 2, Trevor Lawrence, number 3, C.J. Stroud, put some respect on his name, Zach, number 4, Bo Nix, let's Bo, number 5, Justin Herbert, prove me wrong, man. You have not been good in the playoffs, number 6, and then Drake May. This is the playoffs now. The pressure's put on you. You may win the MVP. Are you truly an MVP quarterback that can go out there and win? I don't think so.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Praying on his downfall, right?
Yes, you are. I've never seen anything like this from you. Goodness gracious.
No,
Drake May of all people. All right. We saw something show up in Week 18 that we've been asking for from one player. Will we see it again with the season on the line? That's next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303-LAW-4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303-LAW-4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040.
HelloFresh helps you cook fresh, delicious, wholesome meals every weeknight for a healthier you in each bite. This is more than just dinner. It's feel-good made from scratch. HelloFresh. Nothing hits like home cooking. Try now at HelloFresh.com.
Largest watch repair center. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew. We service all major brands. Factory authorized for TAG Heuer, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, Panerai, and IWC. We service Rolex and many more. Our on-site watchmakers are Wolfstep, SATA, and CW21 Swiss certified. With up-to-date factory training, our watchmakers can handle any of your watch repair needs. Matthews, we have time for you.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry in the Highlands Ranch Town Center and online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Brandon Stokely here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Hey, Colorado, when you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, head to Johnson Auto Plaza. Explore their huge selection of new Chevy, Buick, and GMC trucks and SUVs. Find your new truck or SUV at JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com. Stop in and experience the Johnson advantage that so many now know. Johnson Auto Plaza is your truck and SUV headquarters. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranted treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4.
That a rap, wow. All right, Mr. Phil. Fun conversation.
I must have left.
All right, and out of sight and gone. I love this song. All these years later, it does not get old for me. It just doesn't.
No, I love it too.
Okay, so we saw something show up in Week 18 against the Los Angeles Chargers
that we had been practically begging for the months leading up to Week 18. And that was Bo Nix. Lean into who you are as an athlete. You are an added element in the run game when you pick up the option to take off. And for whatever reason, he has been a reluctant runner almost all season long. And I don't know what got into him in Week 18, but my man carried the ball a season high 8 times for a season high 49 yards. And I'm wondering if it's a sign of things to come.
Look, what got into him was he was running around for his life. He didn't want to get hit. Last game of the year, he thought it was going to be easier than what it was. It was a vanilla game plan. Receivers weren't getting open. You have no choice. Either you're running this ball or you're getting sacked. You're taking a hit, an unnecessary hit that can hurt you. So Bo Nix went in there like his life depended on it, where he needed to run for his life so that he can stay healthy. He needs that same exact approach going into the playoffs. These are one-off games. There is no reason to hold back anymore. Yes, the time, the rhythm, the processing. You still want to have that. The footwork when it's there, staying in the pocket, climbing the pocket, making that pass, that matters. But if it is not there, it's okay early to run. Pick up the first down, pick up 5 yards, keep a defense honest, keep a defense guessing. Don't make yourself one-dimensional. And also, we don't have J.K. Dobbins right now. We need you to add to the run game. What did we say? We said, hey, it's going to be a full effort from all the running backs in Bo Nix. Everybody has to be a part of this run game. And it starts with Bo Nix opening up with his legs, one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the league right now. Utilize what God has given you, and that's speed.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to have a conversation because it sort of organically developed during a previous conversation like this, where it's like, well, is Bo one of the 10 best athletes playing quarterback right now? And we'll sort through that conversation tomorrow. But here was Bo Nix after the game talking about scrambling more.
Well, that's how the game unfolded. There was a few scrambles there. None of those really called runs. It was just they got up the field in their rush lanes and covered some guys, and then I just had to take off. And, that's just a part of the game that's important to use if you got it, and adds another element to the defense have to stop.
It certainly did add another element. Here's a little bit more from Bo Nix. Talking about, and listen close because there's some interesting nuggets in this 50-second response from the young quarterback. This is Bo and his thought process on running more himself.
I try to use the same field process regardless. It's sort of however the game flows, however the game sort of approaches me. And sometimes I feel good lanes. Sometimes I don't have it that day, and it's harder to feel. But I think some of that is doing it early, and feeling it early. I think today, the third play of the game, we get a pressure, it just happens and you escape and you get there and it sort of gets you involved. It's like hitting a free throw early in a basketball game. You just feel what it feels like. You see the ball go through. I think for me is that unfold, you do it off or you do it a little bit early and then it becomes more and more. So it's definitely a feel thing. It's not like I'm going to just get back there and because somebody says you should run a little bit more, not necessarily get back there looking for it, but it's definitely something to feel and be mindful of. And I learned today I got to run a little bit more gassers. I got a little bit out of shape.
All right, so he finishes with the joke there, but a couple things. One, I appreciate him having the awareness that, like, for himself, he knows that it's going to be a big running game for me. And he didn't say this, but I'm, like, kind of taking this away and paraphrasing. He said, I know it's going to be a running day for me when it happens for me early. And he goes, it was the third play of the game, and I had to take off, and then I'm just sort of, like, seeing it that way. And he equated it to hitting a free throw early in a basketball game, which is such a gift when it can ever happen to you that you literally just get to reset yourself, see the ball go through, build that confidence.
It settles you down.
It does. And it sounds like that's the case for Bo.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Zach, I remember playing against the Bengals. And I think I went 3 or 4 straight plays where I had, like, chunk plays. It was like 7 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, but I was getting out of bounds. Right, I was smart. I was like, get out of bounds, get my yards, stay healthy. And I think we ended up punting the ball, and I had these chunk plays, but I still had the jitters because I didn't get hit yet. I needed to get hit every game to kind of settle me down. I don't know, something in my head was like, get hit, take that first hit, and then let's start to play football. And so it didn't take until damn near the second quarter where I did get hit, and then I felt good. I felt like, okay, let's just play. And so for Bo, it's like if something happens early, now it's in his head. Like if something is not there, utilize the run, utilize my legs, pick up that first down, sustain drives, make it a part of this game. And now we're in the playoffs. It's not about the stats. It's not about the pretty throw. It's about finding a way to get in that end zone and keep the other team out of the end zone.
Well, there was another little funny nugget in that response. Did you guys pick up on that?
Shots fired.
Near the end of his response there, he's like, it's a feel thing. He goes, it's not like I'm running because someone told me to run. And who's been asking Bo to run more?
Mr. Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Sean Payton into microphones has said, hey, we've been watching film and been telling them, hey, there's some real rush opportunities here. And I just find it so fascinating that these two, their relationship is, I don't know, it's almost like father-son, almost, where like it's like a little bit of rebelliousness within the son. He's looking over at dad like, wake up! Like, get to playing. That was on Sunday, and the cameras are picking it up. And we have like 3 or 4 different installments of this story now. But it's so interesting that Sean, to the same people that Bo is talking to, has been saying, I'm asking him to run more. And Bo goes out of his way to say, it's like a feel thing. It's not like I'm running because someone asked me to run more.
He's very defiant, right?
Kind of, right?
Where's the belt at, Sean? Go ahead and give Bo a spanking.
Well, Sean said last year there's some Ferris Bueller to this player.
But you need that. You don't want a yes man. You want a quarterback, not all the time, but when he feels strongly about something, to be able to stand up and say, Coach, I'm not feeling that. Or maybe protecting another player where he's like, hey, this is my team, right? I'm the quarterback of the team. I know that if we're going to go far, I'm going to have to do my part. But you know what? My teammates are going to have to respect me, and they're going to have to trust me. How do I do that? I have to go at dad a little bit. Now, you have to be careful because for Sean, it's like, dude, like this is still my team.
Right.
And there's still a lot that you need to learn. But you love the competitiveness. You love like the little pokes that Bo is doing because you know damn well Sean Payton's doing the exact same thing, maybe behind closed doors.
Very interesting. It's a fascinating relationship to watch unfold in real time over the last 2 years. Okay, looking back at the day, what did we learn today in Denver sports? Well, I can start with some really good news to the biggest star in this town coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about how you're feeling to start this new year. Seriously, what's your energy like? All right? Are you feeling ready to tackle a New Year's resolution, or do you feel sluggish? You have low energy. Maybe your sleep patterns are off and it's preventing you from going to the gym. Maybe you're dealing with that tired, falling asleep feeling. You get brain fog, all right? And maybe you fall asleep after eating dinner, all right? Guys, these could all be symptoms of low testosterone, which happens to us men as we age. You didn't do anything wrong, but I encourage you, go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Simple 10-question quiz, yes or no answers, literally takes you 2 minutes or less. But from there, you can schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. A Colorado licensed medical provider will review those results with you, discuss your options. All right, there's no pressure. Cost of the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of that appointment, your visit is completely free. Fellas, you have one life to live. Don't spend yours wondering if you're suffering from low testosterone. Go take that low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Hey, Mark Schlereth here. A new year doesn't always call for something new. Sometimes it calls for something better. If your home would be more comfortable with better windows or new siding, Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Right now, save 25% on Infinity replacement windows and 20% off James Hardy siding with 12 months no interest financing. Call them 303-794-0490 to schedule your free in-home visit, or visit windowsforyourhome.com and say this is the year your home feels better.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Bai and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a Wednesday, January 7th. Looking back, what did we learn today in Denver sports? And to discuss that and more, friend of the show stops by, the scrappy one, the Scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys? How we doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Just to pay off the tease here, I said going into the last break, we have some good news that we learned today involving the biggest star in Denver sports. Really, I mean, I think by a decent margin, Nikola Jokic. We got a report from Shams Charania today. And I guess it may be biting off a little bit more than I can chew. I mean, with Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar, but I think it's safe to say Jokic is
number one.
I'll say comfortably number one is how I would say it, comfortably. We found out today from ESPN Shams Charania that Jokic is rehabbing around the clock. He is doing great. He is weightlifting. He is doing cardio on the bike, right? You think of the knee that he hurt. I mean, pretty good news there. He is doing spot-up shooting on the basketball court. Now, he's not going to be rushing back, but it does not feel like this one is going to extend anything beyond the 4-week outlook that he was supposed to be reevaluated in 4 weeks. I feel like he'll be back in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's encouraging based on the way he's just walking into arenas right now. That's what's crazy to me is that second night he goes in without a limp. And it's like, wow, okay. It doesn't mean he's going to return tomorrow, to Zach's point. But, yeah, reevaluate him 4 weeks now feels more like, why don't we reevaluate him in 2.5 weeks and then ramp up the conditioning 7 to 10 days and then he'll get back on the court? So I don't have the schedule in front of me, fellas, but I would look at the very end of January for a potential Nikola Jokic return.
So all we're hoping for is to stay afloat. We're hoping for Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray to come together because we know they're playing now, so to come together and get some wins. We need some wins so that we can stay afloat. I still have the Nuggets winning 10 games in January here.
Yeah, I had them because there's 18 games in January, and what I said I would sign up for was 7-11. That was really my view of the Nuggets without Jokic, but also for a chunk of that without Christian Brown, without Aaron Gordon. They just returned on Sunday. But yeah, and we have to remember, despite the win, the improbable upset win in Philly as a 15.5-point underdog, they had lost 4 of the 5 games leading up to that game. So, but each one of these wins, each one of them, whether it was the Toronto win initially without Jokic or the win against Philly, like each of them is going to feel like 3 wins because you're just trying to bide your time, Will.
They should almost count double, right? I know they can't, obviously, but we said it at the time, or I said it at least. I don't know where you guys exactly were at, but I just don't want to be in the play-in. I just didn't want this to turn into a 4-14 stretch where all of a sudden we're monitoring the 7 and 8 seeds and that kind of thing. And knock on wood, hopefully it won't, but the whole conversation of, well, can you get to the 2 or the 3? They're going to have to really tread some water for that to be a possibility. And we both know that the 2 and the 3 is the other side of the bracket from OKC. Wouldn't face them till the Western Conference Finals.
Something else we learned today in Denver sports, the Colorado Avalanche are going to be a part of the Winter Classic just under a year from now. This happens once a year. The game is going to be in Utah, in Salt Lake City, at Rice-Eccles Stadium, where the Utah Utes play against the they're going with the Mammoth, right? They're the Utah Hockey Club. They're going with the Mammoth. But Utah and Colorado in the Winter Classic, if you see the scene, if you've ever watched Utah play football there, it's got so much Colorado flavor, just like Folsom Field.
Yeah, it's the mountains and everything else.
Yeah, the mountains are right there in the backdrop. It is going to be a cool scene this time next year, Will.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I didn't realize this is the Avalanche's first ever Winter Classic. I got tipped off to this about 3:45 today, 15 minutes before the press conference. So I was writing the story, and I'm like, okay, well, they had the one at Coors Field. They had the one at Air Force. They had the one in Lake Tahoe. None of those were technically the Winter Classic. The first 2 were Stadium Series, and the third one was just a unique event on a golf course in Lake Tahoe when they played Vegas. So this is cool that the Avalanche are a storied franchise. This thing's been around since January 1st, 2008.
Right.
First ever Winter Classic coming up next year.
And you know what's so unique about it is a lot of the fans here, the Avs fans, they can get to the game. Right? It's Utah. Utah is not far. 8-hour drive. Was it 2 hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour flight?
Something like that.
Something like that. I mean, it's right there in front of us. And, someone like ZV said he may go because of that.
Yeah, it'd be a unique setting, right? Maybe a once-in-a-lifetime type thing. I went when they played the Red Wings at Coors Field, which was cool. I actually went to the alumni game, which I thought was even more fun because the Avs were pretty bad at the time, but Joe Sakic was out there, Peter Forsberg, Patrick Waugh playing against all those Red Wings we hated back in the day. Look, the sight lines aren't great. Let's be honest. You get there and you're like, oh, I can't really see the hockey game, but you're going for the atmosphere more than the hockey game.
But I also share this too. The setup in the baseball stadiums is different than the football stadiums. Hockey rinks are shaped like football fields. So when they're in the football stadiums, it's just so much better of a viewing experience because you're not the only one. And they've had these things in Yankee Stadium, Coors Field, and you think of how a baseball field looks like and how massive that huge diamond is. It's not set up or conducive, meant for a hockey game. Rice-Eccles will be pretty significantly better. And like you said, I think I'm going to try to go to that, although I did just learn in the last hour that they can't pour you a double in Salt Lake, so I'm reconsidering.
Yeah, they want 3 forms of ID out there. Like you walk up, hey, can I get? Well, I need to see your passport. I need to see your birth certificate. It's like, really?
Yeah.
For a beer?
Is that right?
I mean, not exactly, but they were very strange about
It's
it.
all right. ZB will hide it in the sock.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I always find a way. Always find a way. All right, who are you working with tonight?
I'll be with my guy Dante Gomez, and James Merlat's going to join us for a segment as well. So looking forward to that.
That will be a treat. We'll be listening on the way home. Thanks, everyone, for being here with us today on a Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Already have some fun segments for tomorrow that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. We'll talk to you guys at 2 o'clock. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Free barbecue? Yep, absolutely free barbecue. Hey, everybody.